Okay, we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Very good. This is the Arnold Classic 2026 live stream coverage on EP09 Bodybuilding. First video I've done in a few months, to say the least. Few months. So glad to be back, you guys. I'm glad to be back. Check the stream and make sure everything's good. There's no last time I tried to do a stream, I ended up copyright striked, and hopefully that doesn't happen this time. But it's a free stream, so we should be okay. Currently on stage is the fitness division, and we will have wellness as well as classic physique. Quite the storyline for classic physique. You guys have been paying attention. Like Sommerfeld not making his height, therefore being about 6 or 7 pounds over the classic physique limit. Devastating, devastating news for Mike Sommerfeld. You can call it a miscommunication, you can call it what you will, but somebody misstepped somewhere. Somebody misstepped somewhere. Very unfortunate. But Mike Sommerfeld is going to go on to do the Arnold Classic UK. Now, dropping 6 or 7 pounds in that amount of time, not a problem. I don't think that'll be a problem for Mike Sommerfeld. Zancanelli, another one who ended up injured, slipped on ice. We will not see him in this classic lineup as well. Very unfortunate. Let's see. Take this over. Yeah, very unfortunate what happened with Mike as well as Zancanelli, but hey, that's the way it works. You know, it allows guys like Mamoli to come in and really make a name for himself in this lineup, and I think he will. Oh, I absolutely think he will. Certainly encourage you guys to get into the chat. Appreciate everybody being here. I'm actually going to adjust the chat just a little bit. How's everything, bro? I'm at the expo right now. Everything's going pretty good, man. Busy, very, very busy. Why I haven't been here. I've had to take care of business. I've been taking care of business, but I did miss it here. You know, I most certainly did miss it here. It's been difficult to say the least to step away from YouTube for this long. But you guys, I feel like I'm in a pretty good place now, and I'm very happy to be back. So we will bring you the Arnold Classic coverage all weekend long. Like I said, hopefully I don't get one of those copyright strikes again. See a few people streaming the stream, so we should be okay. Rich B, what's going on, Rich? Welcome back. Yeah, definitely got Wesley winning. Mike doing the Arnold UK is fine, but not the same recognition and payday. Well, you do make a very good point there, Rich. And listen, I appreciate you being here and being an OG, brother. The Arnold Classic UK, I think, will be good for Mike in the sense that he can still step on an Arnold Classic stage. He still is definitely a contender to come and win that title. And if he does win that title, that will be enough momentum, I think, for him to carry into the rest of the year. It'll be enough. It's not quite what he was hoping for, obviously, not quite what all of us were hoping. But given the blunder that happened here, at least he still has that opportunity. You know, that I can say. At least he still does have that, because otherwise, Mike would have what, Detroit Pro that he could go and do in another week. I'm sure Fuad would take him, but that would be it. You know, that would be it. I'll encourage you guys to get into the chat. I upgraded my setup, so I'm actually running with 2 screens now, so that I can make sure I can transition between different pages a lot better and be able to keep up with you guys. So, really excited about some of the changes. I ended up with a new camera that I purchased, and my entire studio setup actually is different. I'll show you guys when I get back to doing actual news videos. But yeah, very, very happy to be back. So thank you all for being here. Appreciate all you guys being here. As always, make sure to get into the chat, get into the poll. Will Wesley Vissers win in Classic Physique? I think it's a fair question to ask when it comes to this poll. You know, not what place we may see him in, but look, Wesley is definitely the heavy favorite for taking home the win here in Classic Physique, without question. And for those of you that have been following the channel for quite some time, look, you guys know Wesley Vissers is one of my personal favorites. One of my personal favorites. If he was the standard in Classic Physique moving forward, I would certainly not be upset. And, you know, we may see that happen in the very near future. Something I was thinking about earlier. So catch this one, okay? This will give you guys something to think about. This thing with Mike Sommerfeld not making weight, okay? There has been talk of him moving to the open. Now, I don't know if he will move to the open. I have no idea. It's possible that he will. And I think maybe he should really consider it. But let's say that Mike does decide that, look, Classic is not going to work for me anymore. Like many Classic competitors, he ends up deciding it's time to go open. Okay. Where does that leave Wesley Vissers if he's to win these next two contests, especially if he does the Arnold UK, and I don't know if he is or not. You guys can let me know if the chat if he is planning on doing the Arnold UK. But let's say that he wins the Arnold here, and then he goes and does the UK and wins there, beats Mike. Mike decides to switch to the Open. Wesley comes into the Olympia 2026. Again, 2 wins under his belt. With Mike Sommerfeld being the heavy favorite to win the Olympia in Classic Physique, if he was to not necessarily be there, we would have Ramon Dino, of course. But would it change part of the standard for Classic Physique by not having a guy like Mike Sommerfeld and having Wesley Vissers come in, and especially if Wesley's improved? Because that's the other thing, is we need to see the improvements from Wesley finally when it comes to, you guys all know it, the legs. We got to see those legs improved on Wesley Vissers this time around. It could literally be the make or break for Wesley Vissers. You guys let me know what you think about that in the chat. But for me, I think that's a lot of what it's going to come down to. You need to see those improvements from Wesley Vissers, and especially given the fact that Mike Sommerfeld will not be there for Wesley to stand next to, that changes everything. That really changes the dynamic. Given what we know about Wesley's competition, he is easily the very heavy favorite. Not to say that he doesn't have some stiff competition. You know, Momoli looks fantastic, and I think he can do very, very well. Very good chance for guys like that to really move up in this lineup. And of course, we do have Sam Sulek, one of the biggest talks out there right now, coming into his pro debut on no less than the Arnold Classic stage. For anybody else out there, this would be a massive, massive amount of pressure. But for a guy like Sam Sulek that's lived in the public eye specifically for his bodybuilding and training for the last number of years, I don't think that affects him whatsoever. Now, as for Sam and how he'll actually do in this show, expectations are, I think, not set low, but I think expectations for Sam are set appropriately. We all know that Sam Sulek is not going to come in and be a threat to the title here. Okay? We know that Sam Sulek is not an extreme threat when it comes to being even top 5 in this lineup. Top 6 now, maybe it's a possibility. But even then, Sam knows that he has a lot of work to do. Sam is here for the experience. You know, Sam is here because he can compete at the Arnold Classic. I absolutely, if I was Sam Sulek, would be doing this. Without a doubt, if I was Sam Sulek, I'd be doing this. Missing anything? Very good, very good. Again, make sure you guys get your votes in. Very heavily favored for Wesley Vissers right now. Will Wesley Vissers win in Classic Physique? 80% of the votes saying yes, he will, and I agree with that. I think that Wesley is going to end up being the winner here in Classic Physique. It's going to be very difficult to defeat. He's a very, very difficult competitor to compete Wesley actually did a video on his YouTube channel just yesterday. And when I watched it, it really did further encourage me to think that Wesley was in the right place to take home this title this time. You can really tell that he genuinely feels like he did everything humanly possible for him to come in at his very best. Hey, Brian Mathis 357, what's going on, brother? Welcome. Welcome. But like I was saying, if you go and watch that video from Wesley, you can very easily see that something very, very special has happened here. You guys just hold on 1 second. Fun never stops. So we are going to make sure this stream is up to date. And it is. Very good. Won't be long, and we'll have Classic Physique on stage, you guys. That's really. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing how Wesley is going to look. How long might it be until Classic starts? Not going to be long, you guys. I really don't think it's going to be very long at all. I feel they just have to do the individual comparisons here. Then, after the individuals, they'll do the group comparisons, and then we'll be moving right into Classic. So stay tuned right here on EP09 Bodybuilding, you guys. It will not be long, and we will be seeing the Classic Physique Pre-Judging for the Arnold Classic 2026. And if you guys remember, actually, I ended up missing the Arnold Classic last year. So those of you guys that may not be aware, I run a commercial diving company, which is the phone call that I just took. When duty calls, you gotta take it. So yeah, I ended up with a call last year, a ship that caught fire at a dock and ended up burning and sinking in place the morning of the Friday prejudging, and that was it. I had to go. I could not do my stream. Very unfortunate, but this year seems like everything's going to be okay. Right, I want to see the prejudging for Classic as well. Yes, that is coming up here in the next few minutes, you guys. It will not be long, and we will see the Classic Physique prejudging. Very excited to see how these guys are going to look. You guys that are actually kicking around the Arnold Classic this weekend, Dylan over at Project Bodybuilding, I know was actually at the show, so that's actually pretty cool. Good for Dylan. And so the individuals now happening. This is the wellness division, I do believe. And there was only 3 categories this afternoon. So the fitness division, wellness division, and now we will be very close to Classic. Very close to Classic. Kentucky Anglers, thank you, brother. I appreciate it very much. Yeah, I missed it. You know, I missed being here for you guys. I want to get back to regular news updates. I want to get back to just being here on YouTube regularly. So I'm very, very glad I was able to jump in. You guys can actually thank my my wife for encouraging me to just take the time and do this today. So I'll be on later as well. Jack Say, brother, what's going on? I'm back. Yeah, I'm back 100%, brother. And I'm really happy to be back here with you guys. Very happy to be back. I used to love doing these live streams, and you know, it's some of the most exciting times in bodybuilding. And with this live stream being free, really makes it all the better. So thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. If you guys are new here, make sure to smash that subscribe button. There's going to be a lot more bodybuilding content coming at you guys for 2026. Can't see much of it this weekend, so relying on you to keep it real. I'll do everything I can for you, brother. I will keep you posted as much as humanly possible. Definitely missed those podcasts you did with the guys. Yeah, you know, I was talking to a few guys about some podcasts that we can do coming up. Charles Griffin, I know I was talking to him. I was talking to Colossus Ken, tried to get one on the go there not long ago. Of course, Mark, Xavier, Lee Priest. We're going to get back at it, you guys. We got to get back at it. It's something missing in my life, and I know in your guys's too. So we're going to keep at it, but let's enjoy the show as we have it right now. Again, we are into the comparisons for the wellness division. It will not be long, and we will be seeing the Classic Physique Pre-Judging. And again, you guys, with Mike Sommerfeld being out of the picture, really bumps Wesley Vissers into a very dominant spot for being the heavy favorite to take home this Arnold Classic title. And I mean, the guy's got 2 under his belt already, you know. It's funny how some people can forget it was only 2024 when Wesley won those 2 back-to-back Arnold Classic titles, which is what many people expected Mike Sommerfeld to come in here and do. Wesley now being in a very good place to take home this Arnold Classic title. And I'm not sure if Wesley is going on to do the Arnold UK and trying to get those 2 back-to-back titles again, or if he's going to say, I've done it here when it comes to the Arnold, and then I don't know, maybe Detroit's a possibility too. We've seen Wesley do that. What do they judge for most in this division? I have no idea. Wellness is the glutes, hams, glutes, quads. That's mostly what wellness is. It's funny. It looks for more of a proportion, I think, to the lower body as opposed to the upper body. You don't want to be too conditioned for wellness, is my understanding as well. But that's what they're looking for in this division, essentially. Mike's gonna win. Oh wait, Mike probably would have. And you know, when I was doing some of my own predictions, I was trying to think like, is Mike Sommerfeld really such a heavy favorite that Wesley Vissers is just being discounted by so many out there? Because Wesley being a personal favorite of mine, but still wanting to do, constructive commentary here on YouTube, I was like, you really got to look at this at face value, But the fact of the matter is, Wesley is really that good. Wesley does have that ability to defeat Mike, especially when it comes to the Arnold, because look, we all know that the Arnold is judged just a little bit differently than the Olympia, right? We all know that. Which puts Wesley in a very, very good place to take home this title, even before Mike was dropping those. Oh, so Wesley will do both no matter what. That is perfect. Absolutely perfect. And that's what I think he should do. I think that Wesley Vissers, given the fact that he has basically modeled himself around the physique of Arnold Schwarzenegger, he should be doing both Arnolds. And so I'm glad that he is. I think he'll have, especially if he wins this one, that gives him some serious momentum to go up against Mike Sommerfeld at the Arnold Classic UK. And we are talking serious momentum. Going to be a very exciting prejudging. Leading up to this show, Classic Physique actually dominated the headlines. We were seeing way more from the Classic Physique guys than we were from the Open guys. Of course, that's going to change once we actually see the Open guys come on stage later. But it absolutely dominated the headlines, you guys. It was incredible to watch leading up to this show. Got a few comments here from you guys. Like I said, I've got a new setup, so I've got one screen here. I've got one screen here. I really like this setup. It's really, really working for me. Detroit, he implied maybe depending on if he doesn't win the Arnold to automatically qualify for the Olympia. That's fair to say. That's fair to say. In fact, I thought that Mike Sommerfeld would have went on to do Detroit. And look, we don't know. Maybe he still will. He did announce officially that he is going to do the Arnold UK, but how exciting would that be for bodybuilding if Mike Sommerfeld decided to stick around, compete in Detroit, and then go into the Arnold Classic UK? I mean, how difficult would that really be for him to do that? I think it would make a lot of sense. I think that it would be very exciting for the fans. But regardless, we will not see Mike Sommerfeld in this Classic Physique lineup. Now, many of you guys might be aware that there was conversations of Mike Sommerfeld being invited to compete in the Open bodybuilding division here at the Arnold Classic, which has been confirmed he will not be competing in the Open, which is kind of disappointing in a way. I'm not too disappointed, and I'm sure that the rest of you guys are not too disappointed because I think we all figured that would be unlikely. But it would have been very, very exciting, without a doubt, to actually see Mike Sommerfeld go and do an Open show. The expectations, I think, would have been proper. I just think it would have made it very exciting. I think it would have made it extremely exciting. Fortunately, we're not going to see that. I think Mike's got to go outside the box a little bit. Well, the guy, I think his attitude is kind of well known. And I'm sure that he was major, major pissed after this miscommunication or whatever it is that took place that disallowed him from competing. But regardless, this is where we're at right now. Wesley Vissers, as of right now, heavy favorite in the poll. Will Wesley Vissers win in Classic Physique? Make sure you guys get in your vote as well. 81% saying he will win this and he cannot be challenged. And that's pretty much where I'm at with it. Got a few comments. Make sure you guys get into the chat. Wesley is probably the most Arnold-esque in the whole division. I'd love to see him win the Classic Physique Olympia, maybe this year, perhaps. Absolutely agree. 100% agree with that. Thank you very much for your comment, brother. I appreciate it. Wesley Vissers, to me, is the definition of what a true classic physique really is. I mean, all these other, I shouldn't put everybody in such a box like that, but you see many other modern day classic physique competitors that do have a very, I think, classic physique in a modern sense, but the taper I find is just a little bit different from what the classic guys had back in the day. With Wesley, I don't think that's really as much of the case. I think that he is more of a true representation of that golden era. However, is it really about that when it comes to this modern era of bodybuilding and this classic physique division? Some would argue no. Some would argue no. The classic physique being a very good baseline or the golden era being a very good baseline, I think, for what the classic physique division should be. It does not mean that you need to be a golden era type physique in order to do very well here. And sometimes the golden era physiques, such as Wesley's, don't necessarily do it. Wesley actually spent much of his early career specifically saying, I am going to present my physique in classic as I see it. He didn't care about what the judges wanted to see in particular. Essentially, he didn't care. He said, this is my interpretation of a classic physique. This is what I'm going to present on stage, and that's it. However, he did not place well for several seasons with that approach. After speaking with judges such as Steve Weinberger, ended up changing his approach in order to find a balance between what he wants to represent as a golden era physique, but still be able to appease the judges, place higher, do well for himself in that sense. That's exactly where Wesley Vissers is at right now. Wesley behaves like a true professional. Street Jack, thank you very much. You are 100% correct. He does have a very good attitude, I think, when it comes to bodybuilding in general. Bodybuilding in general. Wesley's a very, very good person just for the sport of bodybuilding, even beyond classic physique. I think he would be a great ambassador for that classic physique title as well. He has been a great ambassador for the Arnold Classic. And I do believe we are going to be moving into classic physique momentarily. This will be the prejudging for classic physique, ladies and gentlemen. Peyton Brooks 125. The Arnold needs to do better with starting on time. Look, you could say that about many shows, including the Olympia. It has been a point of contention, I feel, with many competitors and many fans of the sport for quite some time. But I don't disagree with you. I really don't. Okay, classic physique competitors are on stage. Here's your first line of individual comparisons. See who we got. Good condition, I think, all around. Very competitive lineup. Very competitive line. Front double bicep. Yeah, these guys all compare, I think, fairly well. Not all these guys speak English, so sometimes they don't quite get the left and right portion correct. Good quarter turns. Okay, to the back. Shout out to the Arnold for a free live stream and paying these athletes what they deserve. Absolutely agree with you there as well. Absolutely agree. We have seen bodybuilding come leaps and bounds above where it has been the last few years, you guys. In terms of prize money, I mean, we have never seen an era of bodybuilding like this before. Never. This really is unprecedented in bodybuilding for in terms of prize money. We've never seen it before. We've never seen it. Okay, first group for the initial quarter turns, heading back. Next up, we're going to see, we'll see Wesley and we'll see Sam. It'd be interesting if they were standing next to each other. Very interesting. Okay, a couple of the heavy favorites coming out. And we will see Sam standing next to Wesley. Oh, that is excellent. You absolutely excellent. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I think Sam actually looks a little bigger than what we were all expecting. Anybody disagree with that? I think Sam does look a little bigger. Oh yeah, fantastic. You can really see the size of Wesley, like from a height standpoint, standing next to some of these guys. But at the same time, you can say the same thing for Sam. Or you could say the exact same thing for Sam. This is surprising. Actually, I was expecting Sam to. Sam's got to work on his posing though. You see how the rest of the guys are standing; they have a wider stance. Sam's got to work on his posing. He could have arched the lower back a little bit more there, flared out his lats further. So, and look, it's been well known that Sam needs to work. Needs more size, obviously. You can see the difference in the professionalism of these other guys. I think Wesley is looking absolutely fantastic as of right now. I think Sam's just loving life. Wesley looks huge. His legs look big for him. I agree. I think Wesley's legs did come up proportionally from top to bottom. It looks like those quads have come up in size. Yeah, Wesley is very wide from the back as well. You guys, this is very exciting. Very exciting. Okay, so Vahid Badpay coming out now. On Bro Chat, they call him Bad Pie. Vahid Badpay. Let's take a closer look, ladies and gentlemen. Conditioning wise, very, very good. Good front lat spread, good shoulder width, popping lats from the front. Holds his poses for a good amount of time. I'll say that as well. I think conditioning, he's definitely where he needs to be. Very round delts, good. It needs more size to the chest, I think. But I mean, overall, look, you can see the lines in the glutes, hamstrings are pretty well dug out. No calves, but I mean, guys don't get knocked for that these days. Good detail in the back overall. You know, he's right where he needs to be for conditioning. He's right where he needs to be. A little bit of a posing issue, I think, for Bodpay here, but overall, very, very good physique. Yeah, you can see he's just a little bit shaky. Very, very good though. But his posing, I think, is going to hurt him a little bit here. I think his posing is going to hurt him a little bit. Next up, Kim Angel. A lot of talk around Kim Angel coming into this show. This is a guy I think that can do very well in the next couple of years in classic physique. But when you look at just what he has now, you know, he's got good roundness to the quads. They're not overly developed yet, but it's good sweeping quads. Good pose execution for that front lat spread. But again, he can use a little bit more size overall. Conditioning wise, I think he's very close to where he needs to be. He's got that hardness, but we're not necessarily seeing that detail that we would like to see from competitors. Posing wise, he's fairly entertaining, I think, overall. Hamstrings are dug out. Wow, very, very well dug out hamstrings. Decent development when it comes to the back, I think, overall. Good classic pose there. I like to see guys hit, you know, some classic poses as they go through their. I think he's actually getting better as he continues to pose. Looks like there's more detail coming out in those quads. Oh, yeah. Very good detail in those quads overall. Excellent. Excellent. Very good. Very good. Kim Angel, ladies and gentlemen. You want keep an eye on Kim Angel over the next couple of years. I think that you're going to see this guy do very well in Classic. I don't know what his weight is, but he looks like he's pretty big. All right, appreciate you guys getting into the chat as well. Oh, Mark Doolin, thanks, brother. I appreciate it. Happy to be back. I'm happy to be back. Thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate everyone being here for EP09 Bodybuilding live stream coverage of the 2026 Arnold Classic. This is the Classic Physique Pre-Judging, you guys. We've got some pretty heavy hitters that are still yet to take the stage. And of course, very interesting to see Sam Sulek do the Arnold Classic for his pro debut. Very, very interesting. Like I said, not a hater at all. He'll come back better in the future. Absolutely. Good evening, Champ. Hope all is well. Thank you for streaming. Thank you very much for being here, Peter Nordstrom. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here in the chat. Some very good competitors at this Arnold Classic invitational show. And, you know, that's one of the things that makes this show run. I know their timing, like, this show does need to work on its timing when it comes to this one, it seems. But this is what makes the show, I think, very exciting for the fans of bodybuilding, is that we're not bombarded by 30 competitors, 40 competitors, 50 competitors. Jorge Herrera currently taking the stage, you guys. This is a very good flow in terms of the show because of the number of competitors that are allowed to actually compete. Jorge Herrera coming out and hitting some back poses to start. So that's not something that you see every day. Maybe he's trying to accentuate some of his better parts, but comes out, hits a back double. Still trying to figure out what the flow is to Jorge's posing. Side chest, good the far pec, really good striations in that side chest. I think we're seeing a good amount of detail in the side leg. Kneeling 3/4 back turn looks good. Really good quad detail, I think, that we're seeing here from Jorge as well. Good balance from top to bottom. Maybe just needs a little bit more size. You know, when it comes to classic, I don't think he has bad arms, but I think he could just use more, because you can see that his shoulders maybe slightly overpower his arms, especially when it comes to tricep development. He's got a really good bicep insert, though. I mean, those biceps come right down into the elbow. You know, that's actually really good. So good showing here. Paul Canoe coming in now. How did Sam look? You'll see Sam do his individual here shortly. Okay, let's see how Paul's looking. Good classic physique on this guy. Very good classic physique. I think he's got a very good classic flow. He's got very good roundness for classic. Good conditioning through the upper body. Very good. Good balance from shoulder to arm ratio. Very good. Side leg is pretty well stripped out, I got to say. This guy could do well. This guy could do well. See the back poses. Needs a little. He definitely needs more development overall when it comes to the lats, when it comes to the teres, you know, that middle back in general. But look, see how he just did one back pose, got out of it, came back to the front poses. He knows that he needs more development in the back. Very, very small midsection. Extremely small midsection on this guy, actually. Pretty entertaining when it comes to posing. You know, I like to see that as well. Not really hitting a conventional front lat spread. Has some work to do on his posing, but look, he's putting in the effort, and overall, not bad. Not bad. Andrea Mamoli taking the stage. Now, this is a guy that everyone is now expecting to crack into that top three. Without without Mike Sommerfeld. Good vacuum. Very good conditioning. Just looking at the side leg. Very, very good detail in that side leg. Man, look at the hamstring and glute detail, you guys. The quad is stripped out. Excellent showing here from Mamoli. Everyone calls him Mamoli. It's actually Mamoli. I heard it on Wesley's latest video where he trained with him. Good classic posing. You know, when it just comes to posing like a classic guy, I think that he does very well when it comes to the execution of the poses, and he just kind of has that physique, I think. And that's where I was talking about the more modern version of what you would expect a classic competitor to look like. You know, this is not what you would expect from a golden era physique by any stretch, but still with very good, I think, classic elements in terms of honoring that golden era. So very good showing here from Mamoli. I think that he should be very happy with what he brought to the stage here, and I'm going to expect him to be within that top three as of right now. Very good showing. Very good. And his English is actually very good for a guy that's, you know, international too. Okay, Matthias Menegate, another guy that is expected to break into that top three at this point. He was definitely in the running for top three. Now I think he's a shoe-in. Good possibility we could see this guy in the top two as well as Mamoli. I'm just going to keep calling him Mamoli. This flows better. Chaos limits. He's going to beat Wesley? Let's see Wesley's individual first. Let's see Wesley's individual, and we can make a decision on it. Francis Benfetto, look. I'll have to look up Francis Benfetto. Menegate looking very, very good. You know, he's got the height. He's pretty much got the size, I think, to go along with it. I think his conditioning here is good. Could use a little bit more back development, I think. Not much detail overall when it comes to the back, but balance-wise from upper to lower body, look at those quads. Good detail in the quads, tight midsection, developed abs, good vacuum. Very good classic physique here. Very good classic physique. Legs look just okay. Look, it's not. This is not great, or not as great of detail in the quads as compared to a couple of the other guys. You know, Mamali had ridiculous quads. But I still think that you'll end up seeing him in the top 3. Okay. Competitor I'm not familiar with here. Phil New, I think he said. Definitely undersized in the upper body. Conditioning not bad overall, but yeah, this is a guy that you'll see in definitely the later half of the lineup. We'll see him in the second column, probably the outside of the second column. But stepping stage on the Arnold Classic stage, very exciting for him, without a doubt. Good quad detail, I think, overall. Maybe getting better as he continues to pose, so he does have that going for him. See what he looks like from the back. Chris would have made this look lot. Sorry, Dave Thomas. What's going on, brother? Chris would have made this lot look like beginners. Yeah, you know what? You're probably right. You're probably right. But, I mean, it's Chris Bumstead, so would we expect any less? It's not really fair to compare Chris Bumstead to anybody in the classic physique division. Chris, of course, retired. Wesley, for sure, great leg size. Sam Sulek coming out now, ladies and gentlemen, and the crowd goes wild for Sam Sulek. Everybody has been waiting to see Sam. This guy has a ridiculous amount of hype behind him. As for the physique itself, good conditioning for Sam, I think. Good but not great, I think you would say. I don't think Sam had anybody helping him. I think Sam has just been doing his own thing. Probably some advisement here and there. But look, like we said about the expectation for Sam Sulek, this is a guy that just turned pro, qualified for the Arnold Classic, and wanted to come in and compete on what is arguably the biggest stage in bodybuilding right now. And I think that he did a respectable job given, you know, where he is in his bodybuilding career right now. You know, look, he doesn't even want to leave the stage, right? He is loving life right now. Loving life. So I'm happy that Sam did end up doing this show. And look, for what he has right now, Sam showed up with a respectable physique. And next up being Wesley Vissers, the one favored, very heavily favored to take home the win. Now, are we seeing the improvements from Wesley in terms of the legs? That is the big thing here. I would say that he does have some improvements in the legs. Not substantial, but I think that he does look balanced between upper and lower body. Conditioning-wise, tons of detail, proper level of conditioning, I think. Very, very good fullness, roundness, good posing. Wesley's going to be the best poser on stage, I think, hands down. When it comes to honoring that golden era, being in classic physique, he is going to be the man to defeat in that sense. Look at the conditioning, the stripped out chest, you guys. He is definitely on here. Looking at the hamstrings, good detail in the hamstrings. Look, classic is not about being the most ripped guy on stage. It's about having the proper level of conditioning. And look at the detail in the upper back. Wesley definitely has it. Definitely has it. He is on, ladies and gentlemen. This is a definitely very, very good version of Wesley Vissers. Maybe one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. But Wesley's on. Look at that. Incredible. Incredible. A true champion of classic physique. Wesley Vissers, and a personal favorite of mine. I do not mind telling you guys. And those are the individuals. They are going to bring out all 10 yet again and we'll see where they place these guys in the lineup. Appreciate you guys getting into the chat as well. See what we got. Kentucky Anglers. I can't see him not first place. Neither can I. Okay, Jonatas BRT. Awful legs. So, like I said, I don't think the improvements for Wesley's legs were as substantial as what we were hoping. Up again, thank you very much. But I do think that his legs overall are, I think, improved. I think that they are improved. Nope. True classic Sarah Chad. Yeah, this is definitely improvement in the legs. Absolutely it is. Stream's acting up a little bit here. See if we can get this back on track. Here we go. And everybody coming out for the individual comparisons now. I'd say that we will see Wesley probably in the center. Sam's going to win the crowd. Yeah, Sam is going to win the crowd. There's no doubt about that. Sam has already won the crowd, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you right now. That is without question. Okay, come on. Let's see it. Let's see it. Just going to refresh the stream. For some reason, it keeps taking me back to the beginning. Why? You guys seeing this? Just me? What is happening here? March 6th. Animal Cage. Flawless Physique Pre-Judging. This stream shut down? What happened? It's like the stream stopped. Not sure exactly what took place here, ladies and gentlemen. Just looking around here, it looks like it is affecting. It's affecting everybody. Something happened to the stream. Something happened to the stream. You guys, this is happening to everybody across the bodybuilding world right now. Everybody is being affected. The stream has gone down just as we were getting ready to see the classic physique competitors come on stage. You guys can see here, it doesn't have watch. It simply has details, and it goes back to the beginning. What has taken place here? Something drastic has happened. This is worldwide right now, ladies and gentlemen. We're not sure exactly what's happening. We are going to try and find out exactly what is taking place. Just as they were about to start doing the individual comparisons, this happens. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. At the worst time possible is right. Come on, man. Stream is down. Stream is down. I can see that this has happened to Ron Harris. It's happened to Xavier Wills at Desktop Bodybuilding. Good friends of the channel. Something has happened where this stream has gone down. And it was not going to be long for these comparisons to even happen. So what is happening right now? You guys are just tuning in. The live stream for the Arnold Classic has gone down. We have lost the live stream. Just as the individuals were walking out from Classic in order to do the comparisons, the stream crashed. The stream absolutely crashed. Let's see if we can get this figured out. We'll refresh again. Still nothing. Nothing. We're going to search around, see exactly what happened. And this is happening to everybody right now, ladies and gentlemen. Just as the competitors were walking on stage to do the comparisons for the prejudging and classic physique, the stream went down. We have lost the stream. This is not something where channels were flagged for copyright issues, nothing like that. The stream has simply gone down. The stream has ended at 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 48 seconds. For whatever may have taken place. What happened? We're not sure what happened. But again, you guys, this was totally unexpected. Everything was running smoothly, and the stream has gone down. And I can see you guys in the chat absolutely losing your minds. Absolutely losing your minds. And I can't believe this. I can't believe this. The Arnold Classic is very well known for having a very professional live stream. Something took place here. Something took place. Oh, you're telling me what happened in the chat? Tell me again what happened. Tell me again what happened. Someone puked on stage gummy worms. Okay. Thank you for the stream, big bro. Gotta run. Keep up the great work and enjoy the weekend. Thank you very much. I appreciate it very much. We're still trying to figure out what exactly happened here, you guys. We're waiting for the stream to come back up. It has not as of yet. Let's come back. See if we can see it now. We cannot. Something happened with the stream. It just stopped. They didn't take into account overage. They put a preset time on the stream for 1 hour and 12 minutes. Puked from the back end, too much water. Does anybody know what happened? It'll be back up in 2 minutes. It's an ID 10T problem. I'm not sure what that is, but some shit on stage on wire. Yes, there was a preset time. Okay, so there was a preset time. So I'm not sure exactly. I don't understand. Why would you set a preset? Well, a preset time must have been made incorrectly. I don't know how quick they can actually get a live stream back up and running. Seems to me like it won't happen very quickly. But yeah, very unfortunate for this to take place when it did. Very unfortunate. Mike Palm, the Arnold, 5'9" badass, said, I'm shutting this down. Yeah, Mike just runs back, starts pulling out all the wires. Like, Wesley might win, but no one will fucking know about it. Doubtful that happened. Wesley and Mike actually are pretty friendly rivals when it comes right down. Don't want us to see the call-out order. Jason Genova still alive. Yeah, he probably order 66 did is what happened. Rich Piana style. As you guys can see, the stream is still down. I don't know what ability they have to relaunch that stream. I don't know if they have any. It doesn't seem like there's any ability for them to relaunch it. The Android app couldn't handle the SAM web traffic. Well, they should have just got SAM servers and been able to sign on that way. Oh, man. Wesley's not going to win, please. The fridge is not going to win. Sorry, brother. I think Wesley is probably going to end up winning. But, I mean, we can't see the comparisons. We can't see the comparisons. Whatever it is that took place, we cannot see the comparisons. Wow, this is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. You guys, this is just a recall of what just took place here with the individuals, so you can see Wesley Vissers and the shape that he was really in. We'll have to take a look at what the reruns are when it comes to the live coverage of the comparisons. I'm sure that we will find some online. In fact, I can start looking online for that now. Mike Sommerfeld crashed the stream. Yeah, that's the rumor going around right now. Yeah, that's the rumor. The Ronnie Coleman is working. Wesley taking it for sure. That's my guess. That's my guess. But let me just take a look around the net and see if we can't find anything. Anything. So Sam Sulek and Wesley Vissers. There are some higher quality images online, you guys. We can look at those, but they're still just individuals, so it makes it a little bit tougher. Not exactly sure what took place. But the stream did go down for the Arnold Classic. And you guys have been very vocal about this. Very vocal. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you're new here as well. So you can see everybody walking out for the individuals. The next stream is online, okay? And at this point, Sam walking out, and it just shuts down. Actually, this is further than we made it. Oh, okay, and that's where it ends. Nope, that's where it ends. No, we don't know what the callouts were. We don't know who was standing in the center. We don't know where guys were positioned as of right now. We just don't know. The stream unexpectedly shut down just as guys were walking out to do the individual comparisons. You guys, this is devastating for the fans of bodybuilding watching at home. I cannot imagine how many viewers the Arnold Classic actually had that ended up missing out now. Absolutely unbelievable. I'm still looking to see if there is anything to give us an idea of what the callouts were. I'm not seeing anything online as of right now, but I'm going to keep looking, keep trying to refresh to see if it comes back up. But by now, you guys, the comparisons are probably over. Oh, the comparisons are probably over. Okay, so guys, just bear with me for one second. You got to click on the next link with the Ronnie interview. See you tomorrow. Okay. Let me take a look. Okay. Oh, I clicked on it. Go to the Ronnie and Cutler stream. Okay, I'm here. Hope they fix the issues before men's open men's bodybuilding. Absolutely agree. Stream not working because Wesley is doing some squats. Comparisons are over because they're now setting up for the Ronnie and Jay interviews. Yes, they are. So, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to shift gears. We're going to check out because there are some comparisons on the Beyond the Stage TV page here. So, this is your first call out. So let's take a look. This being your first call out, ladies and gentlemen, looks like this was your top 4. So we did have Matthias Menegate, we had Momoli, Wesley Vissers, and why is his name escaping me right now? Sorry, you guys, but I'm completely flustered with what just took place. Completely flustered. I have no idea what happened. But from what we can see, Wesley being a very imposing presence, catching him maybe in between poses here in some of the shots, but looking very, very good. Wesley's tan maybe not as good as everybody else's. I'm not really sure. Not really sure when it comes to the tan for Wesley. I don't think he's as dark as the other competitors, but this being from the side as well, very difficult to kind of get a feel on what exactly it looks like when it comes to Wesley and how he compares. But from what we can see, it looks like it's a very competitive front double bicep. Favorite classic pose is what it looks like here. Very difficult to defeat Wesley when it comes to the favorite classic pose. It doesn't look like he has his quads particularly flexed right now. So I think that's part of what's maybe hurting him. See what you guys are saying in the chat. 2026 and streams are crashing, and we're looking at 144p pics of Callout on Instagram. This is where we're at. Yep, you're 100% right. Jeff's Pokemon Closet. You're right. This is unbelievable. I'm not a fan of the super dark tan. He is best. His is best in my opinion. I can understand what you're saying. I think that it can vary from individuals, but the fact of the matter is, 3 guys having a certain color tan, you're going to stand out, and sometimes you don't always stand out in the best possible way. The legs did come up a lot for Wesley, I think. They posted a video. Okay, let's go back and look. You say they posted a video. Where did they post a video? Hey, Jeff Ingold, 8795. What's going on, brother? Thanks for being here. They posted a video. Who posted a video and where? Yeah, the stream. Oh, not on that Instagram page. Where was it? Where was it? We'll take another look. Maybe on the Arnold Classic Instagram page. That's possible. Take a look. Let's see. Arnold Sports. No, nothing here. No. Still trying to find this video that's been potentially going around. BTS TV. I'm at the show weighing with shit. Maybe it's on his story. No, nothing there. Ah, here we go. I think this is what we mean. Okay, let's check it again. So this is what we have right now. Wesley Vissers looks like he may end up taking home the title here. Momoli looking very good. Menegate stacking up very well. I think Menegate actually stacking up better than what I expected. Arnold Sports posted it. Okay, I'll check out the Arnold Sports page. But yeah, looks like the maybe Wesley is not as conditioned as what we see from a guy like checking out Arnold Sports. Sam Sulek. Again, this is just an individual, you guys. Just hold on one second. More fun. Okay, so for what we have for the prejudging, unfortunately, we don't have anything as good uh, as what we could expect because we don't have the live stream. But you can see, look at the detail in Wesley here. Look at the detail in the back. And compared to Sam, I mean, look, Sam is respectable for what it is that he brought to the stage. Okay, he's definitely respectable. But Wesley looks absolutely fantastic. I think Wesley actually is looking better as he continues to pose. Mega Slump, when we needed him most, he returned. Welcome back, Henson. Thank you very much, brother. I'm very, very happy to be here. Very happy to be back. Guys, report this. Report this guy's talking about Sam. Rep One website posted second Callout pictures. Okay, I'll check that out as well. Sam is shredded, but just doesn't have classic shape like the others. Yeah, that's the thing about Sam. Many people think that Sam should be moving on to open bodybuilding. You know that he just doesn't have that classic shape, and I don't necessarily disagree with that. Well, I think Sam would do better in bodybuilding. Um, he's a young guy. Take a couple years to put the size on. But look, you got to think. Guy qualified to be well. He turned pro at the Arnold Amateur. Got invited to compete at the arguably biggest show in the world. Well, prize money wise, definitely the biggest show. I mean, you're gonna do it, especially if you show up any kind of respectable, which he did. You're definitely gonna come in and do the show. I mean, look at this guy. You're doing the show. No, especially the hype behind it. Like, absolutely. Surprised if the Arnold paid him a couple of bucks to do it. You know? My top three in order as of right now, I would go with Wesley, then I would go with Momoli, and then Wesley. I'm gonna say Minigate, and then Momoli. That's where I'm at with it right. And overwhelmingly, still 81% of the poll says yes, Wesley cannot be challenged, and it seems that that is exactly the case. Wesley's tan being a little bit different, I don't think hurts. Sam's, I think, actually is too dark. I don't know if you guys would agree with that or not, but it looks like Sam Sulek has a little bit too dark of a tan, if anything. But not exactly sure about that. Either way, you guys, looks like this is going to be pretty much guaranteed that Wesley Vissers is going to end up taking this one. He's got a lot of hype going into this show as well. He's showing up here improved. The legs, although they're not substantially better, I do think that they are better. And I think that's going to be enough for him to take home the win. You know, when it comes to who has the least amount of flaws, who has the least flaws? Wesley is pretty much the guy. Look at that back double. Unbelievable detail in that back double. Just in proper shape in order to win this show. I think it's going to be very difficult for anybody to make any kind of substantial improvements between now and tonight. Wesley, he's nailing it. He's nailing it for sure. Appreciate all you guys being here as well. Thank you for tuning in to EP09 Bodybuilding for your coverage of the Arnold Classic 2026. You guys are just joining us. Unfortunately, the live stream for the Arnold Classic, just as competitors were walking out to do the final comparisons for prejudging, the live stream unexpectedly shut down. And for the entire world, that was the case. You guys were losing your minds in the chat. I cannot believe that happened when it did. You can't make this stuff up. Absolutely unbelievable. But we do have some video here of the prejudging, and like I said, it does look like Wesley is going to end up taking the win. Black Patron, appreciate you being here, brother. Thank you very much for being here. Any thoughts on Wesley suddenly being in a new height or weight class? I think that Wesley's not really someone that struggled to make weight in particular in the past. Wesley has always done pretty well when it comes to making weight. At least it's not something that he's been vocal about when it comes to him having any trouble making weight. So I don't really think that it's much of an issue for Lucas Rutkowski. Welcome to the chat, good friend of the channel. I love Mamoli's look, but he's just a smaller guy. In this lineup, it doesn't help being a shorter guy. That's for sure. It doesn't help. People want to talk about Mike being big. Wesley was enormous, upper body. He would hold his own in the open. Maybe. There was Wesley kind of joked about going to be. Wesley kind of joked about being, in the open at one point, but nah, Wesley's classic through and through. Absolutely classic through and through. A huge upset would be Menegate, Wesley, Sulek, and Mamoli. Yeah, I think that would be absolutely unheard of. I don't see that happening whatsoever. Like I said, I think in all likelihood, you're going to have Wesley Vissers in first. You're going to have, I think, Menegate in second. And I think you'll see Mamoli in third place in this lineup. For where Sam is going to place, probably 6th or 7th is my guess. That's my guess. I'm not 100% sure of that, but look, Sam showed up, I think, respectable enough. Again, appreciate all you guys getting into the chat. Sam being the Instagram champion is damn impressive. And that's just it. Sam showed up, I think, impressive enough. Connor Holt Z5V says they deleted the video from the Arnold website, so I think they're going to add the callouts. I hope so. No, double check to see change, because I don't want to stop doing this until we see the callouts, you guys. Yeah, so the video was taken down on the Arnold Classic page, and hopefully they are going to try and put up something else. Let's see if we have anything else posted by the Arnold Sports. We do. A lot of talk about Sam. Let's look at an individual. Kim Angel, I think you're going to see Kim somewhere around 4th or 5th. Sounds more like characters from the Italian Job. Dave Thomas, 7881, good friend of the channel as well. Appreciate you being here, brother. Kim Angel should be third. I think Kim was maybe undersized, especially in terms of balance from upper to lower. I'd have to go back and look at it again, but I don't know. I don't know about Kim ended up taking third place here. But you can see when it comes to the individual for Sam, things definitely looking up, I think, for Sam Sulek. Given the fact that we had some competitors that did end up, dropping out of this lineup, that was just a really, really good, opportunity for a guy like Sam. You can see the detail in the quads, the vascularity in the quads from this high quality video from Gilco. Not bad. Oh, not bad. Respectable enough. And that's what I keep coming back to with Sam Sulek, is that the look was respectable enough. Not in terms of comparing to the other guys, but in terms of Sam stepping on stage and saying, look, I gave it my all. I did it myself. And I'm not just a guy on Instagram. I'm not just a guy on YouTube that, posts training videos anymore. He still has a long way to go. Don't get me wrong. He has a very long way to go. But this is looking encouraging for Sam Sulek. You guys let me know what you think about Sam Sulek. You have a future in Classic? Or should Sam plan on moving on to open bodybuilding? Bayou Muscle in the chat. Great to see you back, Kenton. Thank you very much, Davey. Appreciate it very much, brother. You guys can go to bayoumuscle.com and use code EP10 at checkout. That'll get you a 10% discount. Certainly appreciate Davey supporting the channel. He's been a supporter for almost 2 years now. Thank you very much, brother. It keeps me very well stocked with supplements. Jake CO5420. I'm new to the bodybuilding scene. How does age play a role into this? Isn't Sam being younger a disadvantage for him? So that's very interesting, Jake. Welcome to bodybuilding and welcome to EP09. I encourage you to subscribe to the channel here. Age really only matters in the sense of, I think, development and stage experience. We've seen very young guys that are just genetic freaks that come in and do very well very early. You have other guys like Sam being younger guys, but, they really need to work at it. So age can be a negative, but, the younger guys having the fresher look, you really see the progression of the guys when they start young, excuse me, and how they progress over the years. In the end, I think playing the long-term bodybuilding game, if you start young and you show progression, then you're going to really be able to set yourself up in terms of a career in bodybuilding. He's also very young. He's got plenty of time. He absolutely does. If his legs got bigger, he might look good. You must mean Wesley. In time. Freedom Fightress 17. Welcome back. Welcome. He should go to open. He has a lot of space for muscle. He absolutely does. I don't disagree. Sam is soft as hell. He's not bad. He's not soft as hell. He actually, like I said, showed up, I think, respectable enough. Just respectable enough. He's obviously not going to be someone that is going to, be a threat to the top spots here. Lucas actually said earlier, Lucas Rutkowski said probably somewhere around 8th or 9th. Maybe top 6 would be fantastic for Sam, but respectable enough. And look, he is enjoying the hell out of this, you guys. There's no question. What does prejudging mean? So there's 2 rounds in competitive bodybuilding for the pro leagues. There's the prejudging, and then there's the finals. So basically, they're going to go through everything when it comes to individuals, when it comes to initial quarter turns, and then comparisons, and they'll do that all again tonight. For open, it's tonight and tomorrow. Forrest Smith 9830, welcome, brother. Welcome back. Sam said he'll never do open. Okay. Well, stay in Classic, and we'll see how he does. Maybe he'll end up getting better in Classic. I don't know. Will I stream later? Absolutely. So I will stream later for the finals for Classic and the prejudging for Men's Open. You guys can find it right here on EP09 Bodybuilding. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and make sure to like this video. Thank you guys for your support. Really appreciate everybody being here. Okay, let's move on from Sam. Let's see what Wesley looked like. high quality footage of Wesley Vissers. Let's see exactly how Wesley was looking. Waiting to get some more information on what happened with the prejudging, you guys. We'll get back to that. Absolutely wide as a house. Great detail in the quads. You can see going right up into the hips. Wesley has all that detail. And I think you can see the difference in the roundness of the quads. You know, that outer quad sweep looks better on Wesley. I think it definitely looks better. Of course, he's hitting his signature classic poses, as you would expect from Wesley Vissers. This guy is one of the definitions of classic, in my opinion. Look at the stripped out chest, you know, good transitions between poses. He just embodies classic so very well, very comfortable up on that stage. You can see not as conditioned in the lower body from the back as compared to some of the other guys, but classic isn't necessarily all about that. You know, that's not what classic is necessarily about. Wesley, I think, has done more than enough here to do very well. I saw a couple of questions about the Open as for what time. I believe it's 8 p.m. For the time in Ohio for it to start. Sam came from competitive diving. Maybe he's looking for a job. You want to be a diver, Sam? Predictions for Open? That's a difficult one. That's a difficult one. I'll answer that here in a second, I think. Peanut Butter 77155. I'm late. Are the callouts done? Yes, they are. The stream shut down just as we were getting ready to see the individual comparisons. Absolutely devastating for the fans of bodybuilding for that to happen at that time. Unbelievable. Still don't know what happened, but it happened worldwide. It was just shut down. Was Sam at his weight cap? I don't think Sam was even close to his weight cap. No, I don't know the numbers, but I don't think it was even close. Mike Sommerfeld, not in this lineup, ended up missing weight by 6 or 7 pounds when it came to the weigh-ins. I do think that Andrew Jack. Okay, open predictions. I will tell you guys my open predictions right now. I am going to predict Andrew Jack to win the Arnold Classic in the Open. I think Andrew Jack is going to win. I don't know who was in the first callouts, Peanut Butter. Like I said, the stream shut down, so I really don't know. No, I really don't know. Let me see if I can find something on what took place. We'll search around the internet a little bit more. We have individuals from some of these guys, Menegate, Mamoli. Usually BTS TV is up and running pretty quickly with this stuff. Not at this point, though. Search around a little bit more. A lot of people saying Kim Angel should be looked at a little bit harder here. Kim Angel's very good. He's just very bottom heavy. Look at how bottom heavy this guy is. Very bottom heavy. But, you know, very good showing, I think. He's got a future in Classic without a doubt. Could use a little bit more conditioning, but, I mean, good showing. You know, good separation in the lower body. Overall, not bad. Arms need to come up to match the shoulders, but, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I really want to find out how prejudging went. I'm going to search around to a couple other pages. Who's the best bodybuilder? First call out. So like we were saying before, you guys, the first call out did end up being Wesley, Menegate, we had Mamoli, and we had Kim Angel. So that was your first call out right here, you guys. So for what we had, that's it. See if I can get a little bit better. We can see both of them. What do you guys got? This is your first call out. From left to right, Andrea Mamoli, Matthias Menegate, Wesley Vissers, and Kim Angel. Let's hear it, you guys. You guys got? Can't believe Kim Angel won 4 shows last year. Yeah, that's unbelievable, man. What's the difference between the men's open and classic physique? Thank you for the question, Theme Parker. Men's open is essentially there's no weight cap. There's more poses that guys hit, and the trunks are different when it comes to the open. More money is another thing. It's bodybuilding as compared to a physique competition. There's only 5 poses in classic, 8 men's open. So Sam is done. They'll have the finals tonight. We'll see him again. Yeah, we'll see him again. A lot of fans of Wesley Vissers out there. Wesley looks insane, and he absolutely does. I agree. Sam needs a legit coach. I agree with that as well. Although I do like him doing the same. Is this the best angle we got? Man, unfortunately, Black Patron, it's not looking like we have anything better. Not looking like we have anything better right now. I'm going to see if I can search around a little bit more to find something, but all the big pages, this is what we had. BTS has another post. No, nothing there. Nothing there. How did Sam do? Yeah, Sam did well, I think. I might be able to give me 30 seconds, you guys. Just hang tight. Okay. Still trying to find out what happened when it came to the stream, you guys. Not exactly sure what took place. Not seeing anything on the actual Arnold Classic page. We have the Ronnie Coleman and Jay Cutler interview. That is up and running right now, which no doubt is very interesting, but we just don't know what happened when it came to the live stream completely shutting down. I'll message a couple other friends that I have in the bodybuilding world. See if anybody knows anything. And I'll see if I can find some better angles of what took place at the prejudging. So Xavier Wills at Desktop Bodybuilding thinks it got overloaded, which is entirely possible. Which is entirely possible. Too jacked to get hacked. Lauren N. Hall 77. I love that. I love that. Yeah. Too jacked to get hacked. I'm going to remember that one. Thank you. Just found this stream. Thanks for covering it, dude. I think Wesley is going to take it. Thank you very much, 8barms86. Appreciate you being here, brother. Thank you very much. Appreciate all you guys being here. So glad to be back on you. Man, I missed being. I'm not going to, really missed hanging out with you. Thank God I'm back. God. Saying Sam needs a coach based on this is a bit dumb, in my opinion. It's Sam's second show ever, and he's already competing at the Arnold and looking decent. So this is why I'm not really being very hard on Sam. Like I said, the expectations were set for Sam Sulek. We all knew what he was going to show up as. And I do think, and I will maintain, that he showed up here respectable enough. Respectable enough to step on an Arnold Classic stage for his pro debut. How many competitors can say that? And that's without giving Sam, a bit of a pass because of, well, who he is. Conditioning was decent. Maybe Sam is getting just a tiny little bit of grace because of who he is. Maybe just a tiny little bit. But you know what? I think that given who he is, I'm okay with that. We need to keep bodybuilding at a high standard. We absolutely do, and we absolutely will. But the guy just enjoyed being up there, too. I mean, think about it if it was you. Would you turn it down? Or would you do everything you can in order to bring your best to one of the biggest stages in bodybuilding? I think Sam did good. I think he did good. I'm good with him doing what he did. Yeah, this is officially being dubbed the Sam Sulek effect. Sam Sulek effect. Speaking with Xavier Wills at Desktop Bodybuilding, and we're officially going to dub it that. I really wish that there was some other angles of the prejudging that we could find right now, but I'm just not seeing anything out there. I'm trying to think of who I even just know at the show, and I can't think of anyone. Appreciate you guys getting into the chat as well. Lauren and Hall77. Sam's personal wins brings much joy to him and his supporters. Absolutely, it does. Charger Dog, what's going on, brother? Another year Sam could be first call out. Maybe. Austin D333. I had a size 26-inch waist for years. Then once I hit 26, I went to a 30-inch waist and then hit 30. And it's a fight to stay at a 32-inch waist. Crazy, brother. That's crazy. Well. Shout out to my friend Jamie Williams. Jamie Williams, good associate of mine. Jamie, actually, I'll be up to see you mid-March. I'll be up at Everwind. Thanks for tuning in, brother. Good guy. Really good guy. The results for Classic Physique are going to be tonight. We will get the finals for Classic during the men's open prejudging, and then we'll have the men's open finals tomorrow. We can look at a couple of individuals, I think. If you guys are interested in that, we can look at a couple. We had some from none other than Gilco Productions. Metagate, one of the heavy favorites to take second place here. I don't know if you guys can hear my dogs or not. Nope. Okay. Matthias Metagate. What do you guys think? I think Metagate showed up here very good. Very good. Not as conditioned as what some of the other guys were, but still very respectable level of conditioning, especially given like that side leg not as conditioned as what we've seen from other guys, but the quads stripped out big time, man. Looks really good through the quads. Good conditioning in the back. I think overall just needs more development. I think we could see some more depth in that back. But Metagate looking very good. Will Sam ever make it to the Olympia Classic? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Jake C05420. Sorry, brother. Are these guys some of the best in Classic right now, or are there some that aren't competing today? There's some that aren't competing. Mike Sommerfeld is one, you know. Um, Zancanelli that ended up with an injury. That's another. I mean, you can go down the list. We don't have guys like Ramon Dino, who won the Olympia. Logan Franklin. I mean, continue. Yeah. There's lots of really good Classic competitors that aren't here. Lots. If Menegate shows up even better at finals, he can edge out Wesley, I believe. Fareed Shahid, thank you, brother, for the comment. The back needs to be tighter on Menegate, and he's winning probably then. Yeah, it could be. It could be. I think his control of his posing is maybe something he needs to work on, too. Not another Bumstead stash. Dave Thomas. Yeah, I hear you, brother. I hear you. A tighter Menegate may edge out Wesley. Trust me. Also a shout out. I will be interested to see that actually take place. I don't think it'll be this year. Did Ramon Dino stop competing? Absolutely not. Ramon Dino is the champion of the Olympia. We will see him compete again. Jack says, West won in my opinion, but Menegate needs upper body and has a higher potential for the future. Niall Darwin will win the Olympia. Trust me. I'd love to see that. That's an excellent. Again, we briefly looked at Kim Angel. We'll take another look. Poll results as well. Almost 1,600 votes, you guys. 81% saying that Wesley cannot be challenged. And it seems that may end up being the case. Wesley was better. Wesley with better tan will look tighter. Yeah, his tan was lighter compared to the rest of the guys. I was surprised at that. You don't want to stand out on stage in a bad way. And that's one of the things that can make you stand out on stage in not the best way. Just trying to see if there's any insight on what happened with the live stream. Unfortunate that we did lose that live stream, but sometimes that's what happens. Very unfortunate. We do have some top 2 images posted by Who is the Best PB on Instagram. We'll take a look at that here in a second. Kim Angel looks like he's going to make that top 4. Deservingly making that top 4, I think. A lot of people talking about Sam. Let's look at Sam again, okay? Sam Sulek individual posing routine. Right here. Donald Pump, what's going on, brother? Welcome back. Donald Pump in the house, ladies and gentlemen. The window is now open for Wesley Vissers to be the class of this division here and at the Olympia. I would love to see Wesley end up being that next standard. I would really enjoy that. Whether or not that'll happen, I don't know. Who else thinks the UK Classic will be a dogfight? Do you think it'll be one? Oh, 100%. 100%. It's going to be a serious dogfight. It's going to be incredible. It actually hypes up the Arnold Classic UK to be that much better. It honestly does. Lighting was pretty shit. Do you think so, Greedy One? I think the lighting was good here. I think the lighting was fantastic. I have no issues with the lighting at this. I think they did a great job on the lighting. Dutch win. Yeah, it looks like it. Sam's hair is weird. I remember what Sam's hair used to be like. Asian sex symbol. I think I see you in the RX muscle chats too. I know you comment on my videos. Davey Addict, what's going on, brother? Good friend of the channel, Davey Addict, ladies and gentlemen. Sam needs a haircut. He looks homeless. No, Sam looked homeless before this haircut, okay? Sam looked homeless before this haircut. This isn't so bad. Not as bad as it used to be. Definitely not as bad as it used to be. That we can agree on. Ugh. Yeah, Fareed Shahid, the lighting is fantastic and the backdrop isn't glaring to the eye, unlike the Olympia. This is a good backdrop. It's not a bad backdrop. I don't love the purples and the reds. You know, it's a little bit too close, I think, to the protein color, but it doesn't take away from the physiques in particular. This is fine. This is good. Why do they? Let's see. Why do they always look less cut with the tan and on stage than any other video I see of them? Sam particularly has so much grain in his videos, but on stage not as much. Interesting thought. That's an interesting thought. You do see guys that don't have a look translate over from Instagram to the stage. Um, it does happen. Yeah, it does happen. I think it's a different look that these guys are going for on stage. Backdrop will be changed for open. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure it will. Still have the they'll have the archway, I would say, for the open guys. Sam did way better than I expected for his first pro show. I think Sam did just fine for his first pro show. I don't think that Sam did very good. Sorry, I don't think Sam did very bad here at all. He stepped on the Arnold Classic stage in respectable condition, still needing improvements, but it being his pro debut, man, good for him. Good for him. You know, seeing his journey along the way certainly doesn't hurt, but he is improving, and that's the other thing is Sam is improving. In my personal opinion, take 2 years of an off season, make more improvements, and come back like remarkably improved. Really, really show people that yes, I am here. I'm here to compete. I'm here to win and make it to the Olympia. That should be his next goal: is making it to the Olympia. The YouTube fame will probably get him to place higher. Maybe, but I don't think that you'll see him any higher than the top 6. I don't see it. Sam does look like a top 6 guy here, at least for this show. Maybe 6th place, but I don't think you'll see him any higher than that. I may have to go now to the UK, Arnold. It's about a 30-minute drive for me. Oh, of course. Yes, so Mike Sommerfeld is confirmed. He confirmed himself that he will compete at the Arnold Classic UK. He will drop the weight. He will be on stage. And it will be another battle between Mike Sommerfeld and Wesley Vissers. Fortunate we don't get to see that battle here. Can we see Mamoli? Maybe. See if I can find it. Side chest is a great pose for the same way he does it. Let's see. See if I can find one of Mamoli. Need to find one first. But again, this is most likely going to be your champion, Wesley Vissers, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think that there's many people that are denying the fact that it looks like Wesley is going to take home the win. And I do. I think he looks fantastic. Oh, yeah, I can get it in his tag videos. Okay. Go to Mamoli. Supposed to be Mamoli, I'm told. Marks Max Muscle in the chat. Marks Max Muscle. The question is, where does EP place at the Marks Max Muscle Invitational? I might have an in with the judge, so it wouldn't be fair. We'll see. I'll do it if Xavier Wills does it. Okay, we do have some footage of Mamoli here. What do I think about Andre Du? Can he win? Probably. Yeah, I think he might be able to. We'll see. Brandon Hendrickson as well. Wesley deserves it. Russ Diesel isn't here. Dino isn't here. Yeah, oh yeah, there's a lot of really good classic guys that aren't here, man. Yannicus has great pictures of the comparisons. All right, we'll check that out. This isn't really a great video of Mamoli. I think Rough Diesel definitely should have been at this event. It would have been interesting. Yeah, it would have been interesting. Rough Diesel would have been a very good comparison to Wesley Vissers. It would have made it very exciting. Who won? Nobody won yet. This was just the prejudging. So we have the finals for Classic tonight, as well as the men's open prejudging. Andrea is 6 kilograms under the weight cap, and he's still crushing his showings. Good for him. Really do like Andrea's posing. Yeah, it's good. I agree. See if there's a little bit better video. This might be better. Worse. Mamoli is very classic. Too bad he's short. He is classic. And look at the legs, the quad separation. Unbelievable on this guy. You're welcome. You're welcome. Unbelievable quad separation. Look at the stripped out side leg. This guy wins the conditioning contest of this competition, hands down. Andrea Mamoli, the most conditioned guy in Classic, no questions asked. This might get him this actually might push him into second place. This might push him into second place. Conditioning isn't everything in Classic, but I am blown away by the conditioning on this. Unbelievable. In good Classic shape. Open prejudging is tonight at 8 p.m. I'll tell you what, this is one lame Arnold Classic this year. DT, wait until the Open tonight. Open is going to be insane, brother. Insane. Absolutely insane. Andrea needed those extra 5 or 6 kilograms. He's got room to grow. No, he's got room to grow. I think the upper body, he could gain quite a bit more. You know, more cap delts. I think, I think that, he could do very, very well, I think, with that extra few pounds. You're doing a shitty job on your video, dude. Appreciate you being here, brother. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Love from Nepal. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, Mamoli, second or third, definitely. Definitely. See, Menegate being a little bit more, I guess, it's hard to... See, the definition of classic is difficult. You've got a guy like Mamoli that I think compares very well to a physique like Mike Sommerfeld, right? You guys know what I mean. You know, the taper, the taper coming down into the midsection and the developed quads and the conditioning. He's a little bit closer to, I think, a Mike Sommerfeld. Then you have a guy like Menegate, who I think is closer to Wesley Vissers, but I think just doesn't necessarily have the development in the back as compared to a guy like Wesley or even a guy like Mamoli. So that's where I think Mamoli has some serious arguments when it comes to taking second place. But he's doing fantastic. Has the result announced yet and who's winning currently? No, so the prejudging will be, the finals will be tonight. What we saw was the prejudging, and as of right now, it looks like Wesley is in first place. Finals will start at 8 p.m. Appreciate all you guys being here. Who do I have winning the Open? That's right. I didn't really get to my Open predictions, did I? Thank you, Asian Sex Symbol. Thank you for reminding me. Look, I am going to go with Andrew Jack winning the Arnold Classic and defeating Hadi Chupin. I think that Andrew's going to take it. I really do. I think that he's going to bring something unique to the Arnold Classic stage, and I think he's going to be rewarded for it, given the fact that it is the Arnold Classic. I think it's going to be Andrew's time. Hadi Chupin, second place. Hadi Chupin definitely in second. You guys let me know what your predictions are when it comes to the Open. When you tell people the time, you should tell them the time zone. Right, 8 p.m. Eastern. Very good. Thank you for reminding me of that. Correct. 8 p.m. Eastern time will be the finals for Classic and the men's Open prejudging. It won't be an overly long show. How long until 8 p.m.? About 4 hours and 15 minutes. So 4 hours and 15 minutes from now. I recently had the Celsius pina colada. It's addicting. Yeah, I don't. I don't do. I do pre-workout enough, so I don't dabble into energy drinks unless one wants to sponsor me. By which time, get a hold of me on Instagram. Then I'll love them. Let's see. So yeah, getting back to the Open. First place, I have Andrew Jacked. Second place, Hadi Chupin. Third place is where things kind of get interesting for me. I want to say Nick, but 5 hours and 15 hours. Sorry, 4 hours from where I'm at. It's 5 hours and 15 minutes. I run with so many different time zones when it comes to dealing with Lee Priest and Xavier Wills and other competitors in Central. Ron Harris is Eastern. Bob Ciccarello sometimes is Eastern or Central. My buddy Jamie Williams just messaged me. It's actually 5 hours and 15 minutes from now, which gives me extra time to train. So I'm happy about that. I'm actually starving right now, but I'm staying on. Keep you guys going. Third place, I want to believe that it's going to be Nick. I want to believe that it's going to be Nick. It's either going to be Nick or Martin. That's where we're going to see third place. It's going to be one of the two. I want to go with Nick. Now, part of that is because I think Nick is, for the reasons that a lot of people are saying Nick should not be placed into the top 3, those are actually the reasons that I want to place Nick Walker in the top 3. Nick being his own coach and us never seeing that before. That's why I want to put Nick in that top 3. Because I think that it is a good move for Nick Walker. And 2 years ago, I wouldn't have said that. I would not have said that about Nick Walker. But I think that he's in that point in his career where he's gained enough knowledge, enough experience, and I think it just is keeping him very grounded at this point. Especially given the fact that he's just coming off of a 6th place finish at the Olympia. I think Nick has something to prove. Now, we've said that before about Nick as well, granted. But I just think he's in a different place. A better place, because he's been in different places before, but I think a better place. So I'll put Nick in 3rd. 4th, Martin, for sure. Brandon 5th. Brandon's not going to be counted out. No way. Brandon's looking excellent. I'm going to go to the Gannicus. We'll talk more about Open, but I'm going to go to the Gannicus page. There's supposed to be some good images there. Gannicus original. Yeah, some decent comparison shots here. Famous first classic pose, abs and thigh. So look, we can get into it when it comes to the presumed top 2 as well. Talk more about Open, whatever you guys want, but we'll run through some of these pictures anyway. Austin D333. I hope Nick didn't do what Samson did at the Olympia. Hope he didn't over deplete to get the waist down. We'll see. We'll see. This is Nick on his own. So whatever calls that are going to be made, will be on him. I've never seen Nick's face looking so thin. We've seen Nick ultra conditioned before, and it didn't serve him well. In fact, on this very stage, 2023, taking 2nd place to Samson. Nick trying to find that balance between what's considered his best physique and what he can do now. And the interview with Dave Palumbo, Nick says he's doing what Dorian Yates used to do, get off the social media and just train and eat. Dorian Yates didn't have social media. I know what you're saying, though. I'm just being a dick. Yeah, Nick found his... I think he found his proper groove when it came to his prep. I think this is his proper groove. The difference in the back development, like we were saying, you guys, you can see the prominent lap development from a guy like Wesley Vissers as opposed to Menegate. Um, the width overall, the V taper. There's some work to do for Menegate. Lower body wise, though, a little bit better development and comparable conditioning, I think you can say. But the balance from top to bottom just is not there as compared to Wesley. It's just not there. Wesley's deadly in that back double. Absolutely deadly. Wesley's lats are still uneven. It throws off his back double. Is that an angle thing or I'm not sure. I'll have to see some other comparisons. There has been talk of a certain discrepancy with Wesley and the symmetry from side to side in his back double, but still, I think it's more than enough to get the job done here. Sam Sulek beats them both. So again, you can see the and of course the talk of Wesley's waist. It really comes down to the least amount of flaws. No, I think is what it really comes down to. But Wesley just really is the embodiment, in my opinion, of classic. I really think that he is. Wesley showing why he's an oak. Yeah, that name's kind of coming back to haunt him. Is Wesley at his best ever? Is Wesley at his best ever? I'll be looking forward to the Marks Max muscle comparisons of Wesley from now and the 2024 Arnold Classic because I think that'll tell us everything we need to. Hard to say until we do those comparisons. Actually, maybe I'll get Mark on to look at that with me. He'll do his own video, I'm sure, but you guys let me know if that's something that you'd want to see on the channel. A bodybuilding breakdown podcast comparing Wesley Vissers' 2024 Arnold Classic to 2026. Let me know. I think it'd be interesting. I don't see how they could put Matthias over Andrea. Well, conditioning-wise, Andrea Mamoli, very far superior. I think that there's arguments either way, and I wouldn't complain. I wouldn't complain no matter where they put each guy. You are right, though. I mean, Mamoli looks absolutely ridiculous. He is shredded to the bone, bro. He is ridiculously shredded. He's the most shredded guy in the lineup. To be rewarded for that with second place, given the fact that he does have a pretty decent classic structure. I mean, better than decent, obviously. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see how these guys show up for finals. It'll be interesting. See, I think that I think Menegate can just use like a bit more arm size. That's one thing about classic, especially I find. Gotta have the guns, man. You gotta have the arms. You know, if you don't have the arms, especially if you've got quads that are dominating like Menegate here, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. But I mean, he was battling it out with Wesley in the top two. So clearly the judges are seeing something that they like. CDN edits, in your opinion, would this Wesley make top 3 in last year's Olympia? Third, probably. Maybe. I'd have to go back and look at the Olympia again, but I'd say third at best. And that's without really doing a lot of comparison. Or comparing, rather. I think I can sit with that. Andrea brought that Logan Franklin kind of dryness to this Arnold. Yeah, he did. He absolutely did. Sam, look, you can see the vascularity in Sam Sulek at this point, right? Pretty good, in my opinion. Pretty damn good. Atta boy, Sam. Congratulations, dude. You did it. EP, you don't have a potty mouth like that Project Bodybuilding guy. Oh, Dylan is a child at the end of the day. No, I'm just kidding. I like Dylan. I like Dylan a lot. I think Ruff beats this Wesley. Yeah, I do too, actually. Pretty, yeah. Well, if Rough Diesel beats this version of Wesley, yeah, Rough Diesel's just so good. When you put them next to each other, though, Wesley would be more imposing. You know, much more imposing, just because of the sheer height. difference. That'd be a tough one. That'd be a tough one. It'd be a really good comparison. I'm looking forward to seeing that in the future. Dinosaur 279. Wesley is the true classic physique, and this Olympia standard is just 212. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know. You can tell Sam was just having a great time on stage. Oh, Sam didn't want to walk off the stage. When Sam was there, he didn't want to leave. Like, he turned around to look at the audience again, and he was like, huh, I really am on the Arnold Classic stage. This is cool. And look, if I was Sam, I'd be doing the same thing. And I'd be doing the same thing. He's loving life right now. Good for him. Least pressured guy in the whole show with the biggest following. You got to give him props. If the standard is tall and big, not even Mike or Ruff can beat him. No, I don't think that's the standard. I just think that it's a factor. I just think that it would be a factor in the comparisons, which may work to Wesley's favor. I think that's more of what it is, more than that being the standard. Tall guys do traditionally do better. Classic, though. Mamoli is going to win for sure. He looks like a mutant. You see, that's the thing about Classic, is it's not necessarily about looking like a mutant. No, it's about who's bringing the best Classic physique to the stage. Do I see Sam in the top 3 or top 5? No. No, I do not. I see Sam 6th at best, probably somewhere closer to 8th. 6th to 8th. But Max Muscle made a Sam Sulek video. Well, of course he did. Of course he did. Do I think Munzie or Presti would be better off in Classic? Nah, not Presti. No. Presti doesn't have the weight cap. He'd never make the weight. He's too small now as it is. Never would he make the weight. Sam's going to be top 15. Well, there's not 15 guys in the show, but like I said, between 6th to 8th is fair for Sam. 6th would be ridiculous for Sam. But I think 7th or 8th is more realistic. Sam's first pro show, and he's already beat Sommerfeld. Very impressive. Hey, you got to play within the rules. Got to play within the rules. Mike didn't do that. To whatever end, whatever happened. And again, Kim Angel, I think Kim showed up here very good as well. I don't think that Kim has done enough to really break through in this lineup. He's got the hardness, but he doesn't necessarily have the separation. And there is a difference. He's hard as nails. He's dry, but he's not separated enough. It might be that he's a little bit too flat. That's a possibility. He might just be too flat. But he did show up here very good. Wesley's arms look like they're just resting on his lats. Like, they're incredible from the front. Absolutely unbelievable. Okay. But yeah, completely stripped out. Like, Mamoli was stripped out, man. What happened with Mike? Does he not know bones don't grow in length past puberty? Look, when you're at the top of the top, you will do crazy things to try and, hang on to that win, make improvements, get better, slight the rules. You'll do it. You'll do it. And that's what Mike was trying to do. Almost to a point of, I don't want to say delusion, but you will try anything. These guys will try anything to be number one. Especially a guy like Mike. Especially a guy like Mike. But again, Mamoli stripped out. Ridiculous. Mike the dumbass rather than the badass. This is now 2 in a row where Mike has been, a real point of controversy. I don't know Well, what Mike needs to do is he needs to make the weight when he comes into the Arnold UK, and he needs to dominate. He needs to absolutely dominate at this point. And if he doesn't, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's going to be a difficult, road for him moving forward. His physique will speak for itself, of course, but it's going to be tough. Upford 8098. By the way, you're welcome for the Gannicus call. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you. Very good. Wesley has this one, improved legs. Yeah, let's see. Let me see this shot again of Wesley. Where was it? Yeah, even just this. That's one of the things for the last time that Wesley was at the Olympia. He had a notable gap. He had a notable gap in the thighs. That's gone. He didn't have this predominant outer quad sweep that he has now. It's much better. And he's comparable conditioning-wise. So he's improved. He's improved. I think without a doubt he's improved. Wesley's looking really good, but not better than Momoli. He was really a trump card in this show. Wesley is not as conditioned as Momoli, but this is a situation where enough conditioning and superior shape can win you a show. Andrew Jack might be in the same boat. Andrew Jack may not be the most conditioned guy on that stage, but he just has more in terms of his genetic gifts than these other guys. So you could easily see a guy like Andrew Jack, I think, taking a win. Not easily, I shouldn't say easily, but with the tools that he does have over some of these guys. That's where Wesley's at as well. Well, that's where he's at. Wesley will be tighter in finals. Now, that's a good point for Reese. Very good point. Wesley can show up even tighter at finals. With a guy like Momoli, I mean, look. Where are you going to go from here? Where are you going to go from here? This is the best that you can do, which is fine, But in terms of, not strategy, because it is what it is, but in terms of improvements from prejudging to finals, I don't know what else Momoli can do. Don't know what else he can do. Wesley, on the other hand, can. He can make improvements now and the prejudging. Again, very good showing for Sam Sulek. Very good. Sam has nothing to be disappointed in. Sam showed up here respectful. And that's all he needed to do. And he did it. Conditioning is the most important thing in Classic. That's why Momoli's going to take the crown. Conditioning is not the most important thing in Classic. I think that the emphasis on conditioning, even in the open, is not the number one determining factor in this modern age of bodybuilding. I think you have to have enough conditioning, but I don't think that you have to. I don't think you have to be the most conditioned guy on stage in order to win. Good shot of Wesley here. Momoli still has 4 pounds under his weight cap. Well, that's a good thing for him. He can bring up the upper body a bit. Chest and arms are a big lackluster from Sam. Again, Wesley, I think, has done more than enough to take home the win. Yeah, I mean, the guy he just screams classic. He just screams classic. And he's won 2 Arnolds in the past. No reason why he's not going to win again. Not in this lineup. there's no reason why Wesley Vissers should not win another Arnold Classic, in my opinion. Yeah, again, there's a couple of comments about conditioning. Yeah, if conditioning was most important, we'd have Josema Beast, we'd have Branch Warren. I agree. I definitely agree. What are the top 3 important factors in classic? And by factors, I mean body aspect, not posing or anything else. Top 3 most important factors. I mean, your overall shape and flow in classic, I think, is a very important factor. We see guys that come in and you can instantly say they don't look like they have a classic physique. You know, when you look at a guy when it comes to the taper and the flow, that's an important factor. I would say is one. The top 3 most important factors, though, I mean, overall classic shape is definitely a big one. Posing, I think that there's more emphasis on posing in classic, being able to present your physique as being classic, hitting classic poses, flowing through your poses well. I think that's very important in classic as opposed to being an open. Um, those I think are the really big ones. Small midsection, good arms, solid chest. It's all plays a good part too. Wesley is also way under his weight cap. Is he under his weight cap? I thought he was always pretty close. I know he never really had much of an issue making weight, but actually, no. I think I heard him say that he went in there and didn't even have to strip down in order for him to make the weight. I think he was like wearing clothing when he weighed in, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken. I don't think I am. But yeah, good for him. Not having to worry about weight. That is a huge, huge weight off a guy's shoulders. Man. So many competitors, right down to the wire, have no idea if they're going to make weight or not. Predictions for open. So I did give my open predictions, and look, I'll give you guys my open predictions again. I think Andrew Jacked is going to take home the win. I think second place, I'm going to give to Hadi Chupin. Third place, Nick Walker. Fourth place, I'm going to say Martin Fitzwater, and fifth place, I'm going to say Brandon. That's where I'm at with it. Sam Sulek got that chest that looks like someone ran up and kicked him in the chest, and he's stuck in the momentum. That's what it looks like. I'm trying to picture that mentally. Kind of a strange picture. The Open is tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. So, you guys, that is just about 5 hours from now. We will be going live for the Open tonight. Can't wait to see you guys there. EP09 is back on YouTube, giving you the full bodybuilding experience. We will be doing show coverage tonight, tomorrow. You guys, I'm very excited to be back. And if you guys are new here, thank you for joining me here on EP09 Bodybuilding. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Open is going to be Andrew Jack, Hadi, Martin, Brandon, and Nick. 8 p.m. Eastern time is when the show is on tonight. 8 p.m. Eastern. If Andrew comes in 100%, he's going to take the win. I agree. Is it 4 hours from now or 5? Let me check. Let me check the schedule. Arnold Classic. So it says the Friday night finals are at 8 p.m., and that is Eastern time. I do believe. I don't think it adjusts for me. I don't think so. It just says 8 p.m. Okay. We'll take one more check around to see if there's any other comparisons from the prejudging where we unfortunately lost the live stream. That's pretty close. Little edit done by Beyond the Stage TV. So again, you can see the difference. A little fast of an edit, but yeah. Comparable side chest, fairly comparable. I think that Wesley has more of the chest development, but overall, fairly comparable, we'll say. How many hours is the open prejudging? In how many hours is the open prejudging? So it says that it starts at 8 p.m. I believe that's Eastern time. It's not telling me exactly. In don't know if my AI will be able to tell me this or not, but we'll find out. Okay, so the evening session is 7 p.m., so that's 8 p.m. my time. So it does adjust. So it's 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Atlantic. Okay, that still gives me about 4 hours. So it's about 4 hours away. Okay. Hold on, somebody's saying 8 Eastern time now, but I believe if my AI program is correct that it's saying 7 p.m. Let me just see. Yeah, 7 p.m. Eastern is what I'm seeing here. So the website actually adjusted for my time zone. That's cool. So yeah, 4 hours. It won't be too late of a night. That's good. And the Arnold, you guys, like for those of you that have tuned in over the years, it comes fast. It comes fast. There's not 30, 40, 50 competitors in one lineup. It goes through pretty quickly, which is awesome for us watching here at home. Keeps things exciting, keeps the audience interested. It's a much better flow to the show. Much better flow. I'm so excited to be back here on YouTube. Man, I missed it. I missed hanging out with you guys and talking bodybuilding. So ingrained in just work. And look, it's like keeping my diving company going, very important. And I've made some solid progression in the last few months. I really have. But you miss it. You miss bodybuilding. That's why I started this in the first place. So I'm glad to be back. Thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate it. Be honest, looking at Sam, he does not compare. He looks good. No, Sam doesn't compare, I think, to anybody in the top. Like I said, between 6th to 8th, 6th would be fantastic. 7th to 8th is realistic. I think that's fair to say. Yeah, I think that's fair to say for Sam Sulek. Let's see if there's anything else out there for comparisons right now. Search around a couple pages. Maybe the Arnold Sports put something up. Not really. Not really. How's work been? Oh, work's been crazy, dude. Work's been insane. It's been good, really good. Doesn't the Olympia have over 30 classic physique competitors? Oh, the Olympia can have over 50. No, there's been over 50, but yeah, they are bringing those numbers down, thankfully. I think Wesley needs a darker tan and his favorite classic pose to hit it differently, like Arnold. Wesley could have used, I think, a darker tan in order to blend in better with these guys. Standing out is not always a good thing, but at the same time, I don't think his tan was bad either. I don't think it was bad. It looks similar to what Nick's color was at the prejudging for the 2025 Olympia, actually, but it doesn't look as bad on him. Mike Sommerfeld is the only classic physique here. Mike Sommerfeld's not here, man. Mike Sommerfeld messed up big time. Unfortunately, Mike Sommerfeld had a miscalculation when it came to his weight cap. He was given information at the Olympia that they would not be reheighted, and they were reheighted. So he was 6 or 7 pounds over. He will be back for the Arnold Classic UK in a couple weeks. Wesley looks massive. Yeah. Yeah, Wesley does look massive. You can see his lats look good here. Not seeing any discrepancy. Who cares about the tan? He wins easy. I don't disagree, brother. Big Papa 1965. I do not disagree. Where's Sam? Sam was not in the first callout. No, Sam was not in the first callout. Like I said, between 6th and 8th is realistic for Sam, and that's good. Oh, for a guy like Sam Sulek, that's very good. I just exit out. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Let's take another look around the bodybuilding world to see if anybody else has posted anything about the Arnold. Maybe Gilco has something else up now. And just more individuals. Unless there's something on his story. No. Check another couple pages. These are some higher quality comparisons. See what you guys think. Front double, who's got it? You guys tell me. This is the presumed top 2. Who takes the front double? For me, it's Wesley. Got better arms. Got good balance from top to bottom. Better lats. Thank you, Simon8377. Appreciate your subscription, brother. Thank you very much for everybody who has been subscribed or who has subscribed. Appreciate you guys very much. Front double for me, Wesley Vissers, I think, all day long. But it's a very dominant pose for Wesley. Wesley's legs are improved, absolutely. Yep, I absolutely think they are. Side chest. How do you guys feel about the side chest? A little bit better for Menegate, I think. A little bit better. But is it enough to defeat Wesley Vissers? I don't think he quite has the chest development of Wesley. Wesley kind of has a rounder chest. They're similar to the same height, yeah. Menegate got better sweep. He does, but he doesn't have better detail. So I think that Wesley takes him because of that. Wesley has gained sweep, so I think that helps. Yeah, this one for me is going to be Wesley. Wesley wins. Wesley won all those poses, bro. I don't disagree. Look, but since this is your top 2, it's more to see how far or close it is rather than Back double, much more development for Wesley. Better arms in the back, better like look at the difference in the striations or the separation rather in the triceps as opposed to Metagate, right? Just a lot more detail that's happening there. A lot more detail. Lower body wise, Metagate comparable, I think, to Wesley from a conditioning standpoint. I think he's actually more developed than Wesley in the lower body. But overall balance and the flow of this pose, you got to give it to Wesley. Very, very well developed lats. Wesley looks like he has 10 pounds on him. He might. Maybe not 10, but I think he does. Yeah, Omar Blandon 9154 Metagate has better hams and glutes in this shot only. Yeah, like I said, development wise, Metagate has him there, but it doesn't give him enough to win the pose. Doesn't give him enough for that. Abs and thigh. Both these guys hitting the vacuum. I think that it still flows better overall for Wesley. I think that overall, you can see that from top to bottom, I think Wesley just looks better. I think Menegate is holding his arms so that it actually makes his lats look smaller. But Wesley is executing this pose, I think, perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. Look at the elbow spacing for Wesley as opposed to Menegate. It's not quite even. So it kind of throws off the pose a little bit. This was obviously like mid pose, but I still think Wesley takes it. Yep, I still think he takes it. Your favorite classic pose? This is actually a good one for Menegate. Favorite classic pose is actually not a bad one. I think that Menegate chose a proper classic pose. Wesley, he'll hit a couple of different classic poses for his favorite. Vandu Pirate, is he winning the Sam guy? No, he's not. No, he's not. 6th to 8th is where you'll find Sam Sulek, but showed up respectable. A lot of people interested in Sam, man. A lot of people interested in Sam. And I understand why. You know, I do. I understand why. Is that pose judged? So, yes, it is judged, but I think it's a lot more subjective than the other poses because how do you compare? You don't really compare on a traditional physique level. You know, that's more of the comparison where judges, I think, can have their own opinion on who is best in the pose that they chose. And since it is the last pose when it comes to the round of mandatory poses in Classic, I think that a lot of it can be based on the previous poses that were hit. But I do think that Menegate chose a better pose than even Wesley did here. I wouldn't say that he won the pose, but I think that he did choose a proper one for his physique, and that's what a favorite classic pose is all about. Wesley's twisted front double would give even Arnold a run for his money if you do a side by side comparison. I'm sure that's done. I'm sure that's been done before. I'll have to check that out. Wesley's delts are far bigger. They are. Yep. They're better proportioned for sure. Do you think Sam came in too light? I think that Sam has more work to do. I think that everybody knew that Sam had more work to do. I think that Sam has more muscle that he needs to gain. But I think that Sam showed up here as respectable as possible and did not show up and embarrass himself or the Arnold. For a pro debut, Sam Sulek was on the level for the stage of his bodybuilding career. Wesley's delts are far bigger. His chest has better striations. I agree with that. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. The individual routine for Wesley Vissers. And like I said, you guys, I figured this was going to be the case with Wesley coming into this show. After watching a couple of his videos, I mean, especially the last one that he posted where he just spoke about being so grateful and just he did everything humanly possible in order to win this and stayed healthy throughout this prep as well. That's one thing. Wesley was not plagued by any kind of illness, which has really affected him in the past. Really affected him. But this time around, everything moving forward. Very good showing for Wesley Vissers. He showed up here and he wanted to prove that he still had it and that he could make improvements. And I think that he did that. I think that he did that. Like I said, the leg's much, much fuller. Just the fullness of the leg compared to the last time that we saw him on stage. Big, big difference for Wesley Vissers. I think his front lat spread has actually improved as well. That's a great pose for him, man. No, Wesley is going to be very difficult to defeat here. Very difficult. I don't think there's anything that Menegate can do between now and finals. And there's very little that Wesley can do to honestly screw this up. I think there's very little that he can do to screw this up. Let's see what else is around in the bodybuilding world. See if the Arnold Sports posted anything else. They did not. Wesley again. Menegate. 1,000 tickets remain for Saturday. When they're gone, they're gone. Okay, so they still have tickets left if anybody wants to make their way down to Ohio. Probably hop a flight and make it. But no, I'm good. I'm gonna be here to do the live stream for you guys. See if there's anything else from Gannicus. Nothing there. Nothing new from Gilco. I'd say all these guys are getting ready for the finals at this point. Yeah, that's it, you guys. I'm still very surprised that the live stream shut down when it did. Very surprised that live stream shut down when it did. That was very disappointing. Like literally, as the guys were walking onto the stage for the comparisons, the live stream shuts down. Can't make this stuff up, man. Can't make it up. Like the chat absolutely exploded. What just happened? I checked every other bodybuilding page out there trying to figure out what it is that was happening. Everybody suffered from the same thing. They're calling it the Sam Sulek effect. The servers were overloaded because everybody wanted to see Sam Sulek. Entirely possible. Entirely possible. But Sam did show up here, I think, in very, very good shape. I think Sam did a great job. What do you guys think? Rumor has it Mike Sommerfeld shut down the live stream. Yeah, that's what's going around. Mike figures, well, if I can't win, the fans won't win. No, I don't really think that's the case, you guys. Am I live streaming tonight? Absolutely, I am. You guys not hear me now? No, you should be able to hear me. Yeah, I'm good. Am I live streaming tonight? Yes, I will be live streaming tonight. So you guys can tune in right here on EP09 Bodybuilding, 7 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Atlantic, and every other time zone therein. We will be live tonight for the Classic Physique Finals and the Men's Open Prejudging. You guys, Andrew Jack, Hadi Chupin, Nick Walker, Brandon Curry. I mean, Martin Fitzwater. Come on, you guys. Will I stay live until later? Whew. No, I want to train. No, I'm gonna jump off here, train, eat. I've got a few things to do, but I'm gonna hang out with you guys for a little bit. Sam is going to be back on stage tonight for the Classic Physique Finals, and you know, Sam's a guy that has a little bit of room, I think, to improve. I think that Sam does have some room to improve. He could come in a little fuller. Not that I think it was flat, but I think that he could come in a little bit fuller. So you may see an improved version of Sam Sulek tonight. I don't think it'll be enough to push him into a first call-out situation, but I do think that he can come in a little bit better. I wouldn't be surprised if Sam goes into films now. Dave Thomas, I don't know if Sam is see, here's the thing when it comes to Sam getting into films, right? Sam built his brand off of being very genuine, just being himself, doing his thing, and not having any filter on his methods, his training, his food. God just hits record and off he goes. I think that films would be in contradiction to that. So I don't know how well Sam would actually do when it comes to films. Could be wrong. He has the popularity where people would watch, but I don't know if Sam's an actor, in particular. I think he's the opposite of an actor, and that's why he's so famous. Doesn't put anything on. Rob C, 625. I think he cut too early. Who do you mean? Who did you mean? Very excited and uncertain about Nick Walker. Let's see. I think that's the consensus amongst the bodybuilding world right now, is that's what everybody is really looking at. Very excited and uncertain. That sums up Nick Walker extremely well. Extremely well. Does he have the potential to do top 3? He absolutely does. Some people have him winning. Now, I don't necessarily have him winning at this point. In fact, I'll put him in 3rd. But I may change that after I see prejudging. But my prejudging predictions do stand. Andrew Jack, I think, is going to be the Arnold Classic champion. Hadi Chupin in 2nd. Nick Walker 3rd. Martin Fitzwater in 4th. And Brandon Curry, I think, is going to end up taking 5th place. Those are my top 5 predictions. You guys give me your top 5 predictions in the comments. Very interested to know what you guys think. Andrew Jack is taking this home. Yeah, there we go. He just looks elated to be on stage. And he was. He was. He didn't want to walk off the stage. Do varicose veins get negative points in judging? I don't think they help, but I don't think they hurt. I think is basically the best I can say about it. I think that's the best you can say. Bro, we're always excited and uncertain for Nick, but Nick rocks and he's motivational as hell through all his videos, so I'm always rooting for Nick. That's a good summary of Nick. Excited and uncertain, but very motivational, and I'm rooting for him too. Nick is one of my personal favorites, you know, so I can't help but really root for the guy. Um, but realistically, I think top three is likely for Nick. I want to see him beat Martin. Personally, I want to see him beat Martin. Let's see. Simon 8377 versus Andrew. Second Hottie, third Martin, fourth Nick. What do you got in fifth? Let me know. Omar Blandon 9154. We got Andrew jacked. Nick in second. I love it. Hottie Chupin in third. Martin and Muhammad Foda beating Brandon. Couple of guys. I like that too. Dave Palumbo did an interview with Muhammad Foda, and he said he looks 10 pounds heavier. I don't think the IFBB is judging health, if we are honest. No, they absolutely are not judging health. No. No, they are not judging health. Looking healthy never hurts. No, it doesn't hurt. Certainly not. No, certainly not. Again, you guys, thank you for being here in the chat. Thank you for tuning into EP09 Bodybuilding. After a long 4 months, I am back, and I appreciate all you guys being here to support the channel. Thank you very much for being here. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. We've got a few more predictions coming in. Adi in first, Andrew in second, third Nick, fourth Mafuda, and fifth Martin. I love it. If anyone's worked for it, it's Nick. Hard work, no fake filters, and his training style is harder than he makes it look. I agree with, yeah, I do. I agree with all that. His training style clearly works. Look at the guy. It works. He's doing something right. Upford 8098, Hottie Chupin, then Martin. So you got Martin beating Andrew jacked. That's interesting. And Nick in fourth. The Minchinator. Welcome back, brother. Thank you for being here. I got excited when I saw EP was live streaming. I'll be here tonight. I'll be here tomorrow, brother. You guys can actually thank my lovely partner, Kristen. She was the one that told me to get the hell on here. His back is much improved. Who's his coach? Mohammed Foda is coached by Patrick Tor, I believe. Martin is definitely a threat. Sure, he's a threat. Look at how he showed up in Prague. It was ridiculous. He was absolutely ridiculous. Heidi, Nick, Andrew, Martin. I love it. See, that's the thing about these predictions is, you guys, they're all over the place. You know, they're all over the place. And that's what makes these shows exciting. That's what really makes these shows exciting, is the fact that the predictions are so all over the map. Which way is it going to go? You've got almost an equal number of people saying, no, Andrew Jack can win. No, Hottie can win. You know, and then you've got people that say, well, no, Martin can win. Nick can win. Which way is it going to go? Very exciting. This is going to be a very exciting Arnold Classic, you guys. I'm really looking forward to the prejudging tonight. Kalen 445. I think no matter how you put it, they're all absolute tanks and pretty close to each other. Respect for all of them for their work and dedication. You nailed it, brother. You nailed it. Absolutely. All the respect in the world for all of these guys to not only show up on stage, but show up in the shape that they do. 100%. Yeah, 100%. Respect. We can predict all day long. It's really who peaks the best when you get down to it. Well, it is to a point. I think that shape can play a lot of it too. Muscularity, you know, a lot of it does come down to the peak because all these guys are on a very similar level that way. So the show is in another, as of right now, prejudging for the men's open and finals for the classic will be tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Atlantic. So right now that is 3 hours and 20 minutes away. 3 hours and 20 minutes. I ran Hottie's video that he just did with RX Muscle, the interview with Dave and the translator. I ran it through ChatGPT for a legit translation from Hottie, and he said so much more in that video. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I'll do that with certain posts from like Beirut to Bonnie at times, feed it into ChatGPT and see what the actual translation is. So good call on that one. Good call. Photo's going to hurt some feelings. A lot of people are sleeping on him. Yeah, a lot of people are. I don't have him. I don't have Muhammad Foda in my top 5. You know, I don't have him in my top 5. Question: how do you guys think Rafael Brandao does this evening? Yeah, I don't think that he's going to do very well. I don't know if we'll see him any higher than 6th or 7th personally. Part of me wants to say that Muhammad Foda is going to beat him. Dave Thomas, thank you for this. It's very much appreciated by all of us. See you later, champ. Thank you for being here, brother. Thank you, everyone, for being here at EPzeronine Bodybuilding. The only reason that I stuck around this far after the prejudging was for you guys. Yeah, that's why I'm here. Sam didn't place yet. The finals for Classic is tonight. We don't have any placing as of yet, but it looks like Sam is going to be somewhere between 6th and 8th is what it looks like. So no placing from Sam as of right now. I love Brandon's look. He is dangerous. Best legs is at his best ever. They do look like they're doing good. Yep, Brandon does look like he improved. After what we saw at the Olympia last year, cannot count him out. 100% not. I believe Foda will be a revelation for sure. Okay. It's possible. It's possible. I think the guy's going to be shredded to the bones. We'll just see if he's conditioned enough. Or full enough, rather. Because he's been depleted, it seems like, for the last few weeks from what we're seeing. Am I going to start making videos again? Yes. Yes, I am. I am going to start doing regular news updates. We're going to get back to podcasting. Guys, we are going to get back into full force EP09 bodybuilding. I've taken the time to concentrate on my business. We're doing well. I needed to do the things that I did. It's time to get back to bodybuilding. It's time to get back to bodybuilding. You guys want to be along for the journey? Hit that subscribe button. Glad they didn't have bias towards Sam. No, I mean they could only do so much when it comes to the bias towards Sam Sulek. Sam showed up with the physique that he has, and it was respectable, but it's only worthy of a top 6 to 8. I was watching Tanning, and Martin is very dry. Okay. Find any of that. Nope. Nothing from Martin in that sense, I don't believe. No. Okay, very good. We'll see them in a few short hours anyway. It will not be long, you guys, and we will be into the finals for the finals for the Classic and the prejudging for the Men's Open. It is going to be one hell of a show. There was only 10 in Classic, I believe. I think it was only 10. Mo's biggest problem will simply be looking like a smaller person next to some of these guys on stage. And the argument being made, same argument could be made about Derek looking small next to some other guys, but let's not open that can of worms. Now, there's a very big can of worms that could be opened with Derek Lunsford, that's for sure. Who do I have in third? I have Mamoli in third in Classic, and I have Nick in third for the Open. However, I would be elated for Nick to take second. Winning the show, I mean, if you guys want to see a reaction that'll live through the ages, if Nick wins tonight, or wins tomorrow, rather, even if he shows up tonight like that, stay tuned. I will lose it. I will absolutely lose it because I'm such a big Nick Walker just fan. And look, I have no problem telling you guys that. Absolutely crazy. Sam's going to do better than people think, I predict. I think people think Sam is going to be between 6th and 8th. I think that's pretty realistic. Mamoli in Classic, yeah. Look at Wesley in this quarter turn. That is an insane, that's an insane quarter turn. Look at that. That's crazy. Look at the obliques on Wesley. Oh, crazy looking. And that was the first impression that the judges got tonight, or today rather. Guys, insane. Insane. Absolutely insane. You guys hear about Dave Palumbo getting escorted out of the meet and greet? I guess someone on behalf of the organizers had to escort him out. I didn't get the full story on that yet, but yeah, Dave had to be escorted out. I'm gonna look into that. I should try to get Dave back on the channel actually at some point. I did an interview with Dave Palumbo. It was, I don't know, 6-8 months ago maybe. Great interview. It was actually just before the Olympia. So yeah, it would have been about 6 months or so. Great guy to have on the channel. I definitely want to have him back on again, especially if I can talk to him about some of this controversy. Wesley's side relaxed is elite. It is crazy. It is crazy. Yeah, it's still a bad shot of Sam. I agree. Now, here you can see where I think Sam was better than what some people were expecting. This is a good back double, I think, all things considered, for Sam Sulek. I don't know if you guys would agree or disagree with that, but it's all things considered, not bad. You know, not bad. Again, for where Sam is in his career now, you know, you got to think about that. This is where Sam is now. And I think he's in a good place. Sam needs Hani Rambod. No, I don't think. I don't think that Sam necessarily needs Hani Rambod. I don't know if Sam needs a coach. I think it's too soon to say. I think it's too soon to say that Sam Sulek needs a coach. What place did Mamoli get? It looks like Mamoli is battling it out between 3rd and 4th. Looks like he's battling it out for 3rd or 4th. I can bring up the comparisons again. Show you guys what we had there. I think it was BTS. Yeah. So they had Wesley and Menegate in the center. Kim Angel was off to the right, and Momoli was on the left. Oh, comparison-wise, I guess. You can see Momoli, the shorter competitor, even having the favorable camera angle here. Extremely conditioned, very good shape. Yeah, Hani Rambod is retired. He is. Sam Sulek is not classic at all. He's not the most classic guy up there. That's for damn sure. That's being kind about it. Sam gave up when he saw Wesley. His posing was short and he was unconvincing. Do you think so? I don't think I agree with that. I think that Sam was a little bit more elated with the fact that he was on the Arnold Classic stage. I will say that. Maybe you could go as far as even saying distracted to a point. But Sam is not an experienced competitor. No, Sam is not an experienced competitor. This is his third show that he's ever done, and it's the Arnold Classic stage. I don't think he looked at Wesley and said, oh, man, I got to stand next to that? I may as well not even try as hard. No, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. I think that Sam showed up and gave it his best. And I think that he will learn a lot from being at this show in terms of stage experience, in terms of needing to work on his posing, putting on more muscle. But the experience, I mean, you cannot deny the experience that a guy like Sam Sulek has just had. I mean, you think about it going back to the beginning for Sam. Just taking your phone, hitting record. Whatever that comes out has come out. And that translating over into literally millions of followers. And I think he's in the billions of views at this point. Then having the opportunity to step on the Arnold Classic stage with so many people wondering, how is this guy going to do? And so many people behind him, too. Fantastic. Fantastic story. Very happy for Sam Sulek. And again, showing up respectable was the number one thing for Sam. He did show up in respectable shape here. And I can't believe we're spending so much time talking about Sam Sulek. But he is a legit pro on the Arnold Classic stage. Good for him. I'm very happy for Sam. The tall guy next to Wesley paying a tribute to C-Bum. So that's Matthias Menegate. Yeah, that's Menegate. The C-Bum training has ended a long time ago. Time to come up with a new gimmick, my guy. I don't necessarily disagree, I guess. He could strip the stash. I wouldn't be upset. Molly has a lot of back, but the camera is positioned with a different angle. Yes, he doesn't have a favorable camera angle in that sense. He does have a favorable camera angle in the sense of he looks taller than what he actually is standing next to the. He does look taller. Can I say Matthew Menegate? I suppose, but is it not Matthias? Menegate is low-key cringe. No, if his name is Matthias Menegate, that's what I'm going to say. It's normal to say that the one athletics have no muscles. Yeah, okay. Menegate finished ahead of Wesley at the Olympia. Well, see, that's what makes this interesting with a guy like Wesley is, actually didn't think about that. But Wesley is so unpredictable. Which way is he going to go? And in this sense, he's on top. He's winning the show. He is definitely winning the show right now. And he doesn't have to do much different to come in and win tonight. There's very little time for any of these guys to do anything to improve. You come in a little bit fuller, You might be able to drop a little bit of water, but I think overall there's going to be very minuscule changes, and what we saw is what we're going to get. You guys agree that Wesley favored the size over totally being shredded, or is the tan just too light on him? No, if you look at Wesley's legs from the front, at the Olympia, he had a noticeable gap in his thigh. That's gone, and I think he has more quad sweep than what he had previously as well. Wesley improved the balance from upper body to lower body, I think without question. Okay, guys, we are now about 3 hours away from the finals for the Classic Physique as well as for the Men's Open Prejudging. So I'm going to be jumping off here very shortly. You guys get your final thoughts into the comments. We'll chat about it for another few minutes, and then I need to train, I need to eat, and I need to get ready to fire up the other stream. You guys, it is going to be absolutely insane tonight. It's going to be insane. Make sure you don't miss it right here on EP09 Bodybuilding. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. You know how we do it. It's going to be crazy tonight. Absolutely crazy. Guys, realize Sam is doing amazing. But that said, he's far from a top tier bodybuilder. No, of course. Of course. We all had the expectation for Sam. But he showed up respectable. So good on him. And he brought a ton of hype to this show. A ton of hype. Wesley looks much better from the front and the lower body. If he brings up his hams and glutes a lot, he'll be really hard to beat. I agree. Yeah, I agree. Jeff Engel 8795. See you all tonight. Thank you. Great having you back, bro. It is great to be back. It is so great to be back. Man, you don't realize how much you missed this. It's so caught up in the world outside of bodybuilding that, just being able to get back to it here, man, feels fantastic. Feels absolutely fantastic. And I'm glad you guys are here to share it with me. Mad respect for Sam for really doing a damn good job and not hiring a coach. That's respect. But his structure will always be a losing deal for him against these upper echelon top tier. Sam has work to do, but Sam showed that he can show up respectable. And I think that we'll see massive improvements from Sam over the next couple of years. Yeah, I think we'll see massive improvements from Sam. Now, tonight, we could even see improvements from Sam Sulek. Okay? We absolutely could. Sam could show up a little bit fuller. It's definitely possible. We could easily see Sam Sulek show up a little bit fuller. And that would be a really big improvement for him. A really big improvement. Show up a little bit fuller because he's definitely in condition. So throw in a couple more carbs, push the conditioning. He's not going to screw it up at this point. There's not enough time. I mean, unless he goes way overboard, but I don't think that's going to happen. It's a shame Mike didn't make the weight limit. He would have beat Sam. Oh, you retracted that one. Sorry, brother. I already read it. Rochi98. I'm a bit late. How did he place, or is that still later on? So the finals for Classic will be in 3 hours from now. And the prejudging for Men's Open will be in 3 hours from now as well. Can Momoli beat Terrence Ruffin is my question. Stand them next to each other, same height, same structure. Who wins? Terrence Ruffin wins. I don't think that that's really going to be in question. He has a better midsection. He has a better back. He has rounder muscle bellies. I think it'd be Terrence all day long. Better posing, too. Much better posing. Nope, Terrence wins. in my opinion. But again, I appreciate all you guys hanging out here, being a part of the stream. I hope that you guys will join me again this evening. Really appreciate all you guys being here. We're going to wrap up the stream. I've got to eat. I've got to train. I've only eaten once today. Decided to jump on here again. Big shout out to my partner, Kristen, who told me, listen, what are you doing? It's the Arnold Classic. Get online. Big shout out. It's good to have family that supports you, man. Very important. Very important. In any aspect of your life, you want to have family there. But having you guys here as well, you know, this is part of what makes it really worth it for me. Having this engagement with the fans, being able to live stream for you guys, being able to commentate on the show. That's all about for me. It's all about. So again, thank you to you guys for being here. Again, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We will do this again this evening, all over. And it is going to be one hell of a show tonight. Exciting. After what we just saw and what we know is coming for the Open, guys, and we still have the entire weekend ahead of us for this. It's going to be a hell of a show. It's going to be a hell of a show. Ben Garcia 333, thanks for doing this live for us, bro. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate you guys being here, and this is what makes it. This is what makes it all worth it for me. What makes it all worth it. So, here's some PEI. Florida Muscle 17. What's going on, brother? I actually used to live in Summerside when I was going to the police academy there, studying corrections back in 2012. I lived in Summerside for 6 months. So I know PEI very well. I know PEI very well. Props to PEI. I really enjoyed it when I lived there. But again, we will do this all again this evening. 7 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Atlantic, all other time zones therein. We will be live for the men's open prejudging and the finals for Classic Physique. Will it be Wesley Vissers? Will it be Matthias Menegate? Oh, you're in Summerside. That's awesome. That's ridiculous. Who would have thought, man? Who would have thought? I was working in PEI this summer a little bit, actually. I had a project there over in Mimnigash. Not many people have been down there. But yeah, again, thank you, everybody, for tuning into the live stream. I'm going to train. I'm going to eat. You guys hit me up on Instagram if you guys want to chat some more. You just follow me at EPzeronine. But we'll be back here tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. Make sure to hit that subscribe button again. Thank you guys all for being here. No, you're not muted, brother. No, I can hear you. You're not muted. Nobody won yet. So, again, thank you everybody for being here, and we will see you guys tonight right here on EP.